They're just three of us. We are like kids without a teacher. You know, if there's no teacher in class.
Come on. A little more pizzazz, a little more oomph,
Anyway,
a little more
let's-
blackness.
More
Let's go.
More
From the
passion.
top, gentlemen. Okay.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast.
And I've made a comment on TikTok. We are sober, but I'm telling you, man.
And you can find me on Meister Geek Media. Hashtag Reach Us to Chala campaign.
Except Jack had to find someone from Africa. He's so plain.
Okay, I'm tebellokhala. Welcome to Nerdgasm.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast. Clearly, these people need their meds, so we'll leave them at that. We are going to have a smart little a filler inside a filler of another filler. Hey, this is Nerdgasm. Consistency is an illusion.
We are basically a Christopher Nolan movie right now. We have a filler
Literally,
inside of a filler inside of a filler.
Inception.
It's
We
the
are going to
Inception.
review.
It's the fillerception. Fillerception.
Yeah, listen. I'm going to add some spice to this. Listen. Because it is Halloween weekend, we are going to do a scary show. We're going to do something scary.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween.
And
If South Africa was safe, South African women would have the sluttiest Halloween outfits ever, and it would be
Do we even do Halloween? I don't
course.
know.
yeah, we do, but we do
Where?
it'll be like at that place and that place. It's not like everyone.
Because I'm
it's
saying,
not like Christmas.
when I in Dipoko, we don't like.
Exactly, Rona. Like you say Halloween, we start taking out the salts and the pepper,
you know, burn it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
as I was
Africans
saying,
don't mess with witchcraft like that.
in
Straight
honor-
up.
In order of me trying to reach out to our American fan base, which we all agree is zero, but still, hi Americans! Look, we are doing a Halloween special. We're going to talk about our universally accepted favorite Blade movie, Blade 2.
Guys, the only Halloween we celebrate is TKZ.
Yeah, in the area.
Yeah. Anyway,
You know what we should do for the next filler though is that we should do Blade 1 for the next filler.
anyway, Blade 1 is it's worth watching.
We need to talk Blade 1 because I need to know what your is with Blade 1. What your is. I need to know.
My ADHD can't keep up with it. It's boring me now. I've watched it so many times that each time I watch it,
But that's a you problem. That sounds like a you problem. Not
Yeah,
a movie
we'll
problem.
talk, but we'll talk about it. Let's get to this one.
That being said, hey, you know these guys. We've got our Prince Zuko over here, the resident pretty boy.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Chama boy. Ew.
Yes, the one.
It is all in my plan.
The one who gets you in trouble. You see, these pretty boys, they're the ones who get you to do stupid things at school, and then you do all the naughty things, and then like one killing on a king.
You can't even see my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. The only time you take off your glasses, you are using your Gojo powers. Yes, that's what happened.
Look, guys, the only thing I can do is this.
Done. And then the girls faint.
The glasses go white.
You know?
Yeah.
As you can see, according to my calculations, in approximately 600 kilometers.
No,
and
but
2%
you can't
to
forget
the right.
ching. You can't forget the ching. Every time you touch your glasses.
You know what I've always wondered about anime? I'm like, where is that light source coming from? That time the room is dark. It's dark. There's no light in there.
My brother,
white.
In an anime with glass, as long as the guy has glasses, they will find a light source from the cell phone light, from a half dead bulb. They will find the light source will bounce from Tokyo to Nagasaki, and it will shine on those
and it's just the glasses, not the face, not
and if
just
all
the
else fails, or if all else fails, it breaks the fourth mirror and reflects in the light of the camera.
Eh,
That's what you see. You're seeing the cameraman's lens is like,
Noma kanjani, dog. Like
and the
it'll
smarter they get, the brighter it gets.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yes.
exactly. The more devious they get, the brighter. Like if just the more you
That-
see the light, the more you know Gucci.
Okay, okay.
okay. Now,
Blade
that
Kai.
being said, we would like to also introduce you to our friend, Mr. BuckMeister here. Hashtag #RecastTechala. Hashtag. The only other person I would agree. I know Blade is my favorite black hero, but Black Panther would be a very, very, very close second because he deserves his flowers. Respect the man and respect his legacy. That's all we want. I was asking too much. Anyway, before we get into our
Fan animation coming soon since Marvel won't do it. And then
Yeah.
Khala, I'm gonna also hoy another project on here and do one for Blade since Marvel.
let me tell you something.
Since Marvel
there's one-
said no
if
movies
the-
for the niggers.
If there's one thing Buckmaster embodies is that scene in Thanos, like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Munna,
That's why-
that's me grabbing my pencils, my papers,
That's
my
all I see.
tablets.
It's like, whoa.
Yes, sis. Yo.
In the year
To quote Kasi, my one's cut.
in the year 2025, a devastating war unleashed within the minds of the MCU. Wherever powerful, the mad titan Buckmaster unleashed his fan animation upon the world.
I'm so not even gonna hoy Monica Rambeau. I'm gonna do all of them. I'm so gonna make the Black Avengers myself since Marvel wants to play.
You know? Okay, that being said, we are going to discuss Blade, and like,
Yeah, the only Blade movie that managed to get made because somehow, but Marvel can't make a Blade movie.
yeah, so I don't know why.
And also, when all three movies, the concepts weren't high art. It wasn't all like,
That's
oh my
before-
god, my mind was blown because I thought it was a marshmallow, but it turned out it was a tennis biscuit. No, it was a marshmallow, and it was tasty, and we enjoyed it. Finish it.
Yes. sis. Ugh.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry for those guys. You know, for my completionists out there, we are doing Blade 2 before we do Blade 1. The Tlabasca.
You know the rules here, Chief. We dollar what we must. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
we do what it's called Nerdgasm, not tonight. It's called Nerdgasm, not articles to the archives of comic history podcast. Oh, that was a terribly long name.
Yeah.
But now I know what Minato feels like. Minato feels like. Anyway,
No, Minato is proud of his names. But anyway, yeah.
when he
you
named
know.
that technique between Sasuke and Naruto, that big Rasen Shuriken fan that he used to bend the 10 tails, it was this long dissertation. I was like,
Nah, but you remember he needed to like, hey, bro, they need to know that it's got this, it's got that, it's got this.
Also,
Yeah.
the other guy, Minato is lightning quick, so of course he can name things long. Like, it's not like by the time somebody says Rasengan, he's already said like 20, 30 words.
you know,
He's like the Busta Rhymes. He's like Busta Rhymes to your.
Let's
Guys.
go.
hold on. Is there I here? Am I seeing things?
Is there an eye? No, it's not an eye, but it looks like an eye.
Yeah, it's
That-
not an eye. It's a
that
piece of
smoky
smoke.
thing. Are you sure it's not an eye?
I see it. It's not an eye, but it looks like an eye.
Okay, getting distracted. Back to it.
Yeah, anyway.
Guys, like you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kite so much. We haven't even started the movie. We haven't even
All right.
finished the introductions.
All right.
Do you know us?
Anyway, for those who are looking for Blade 1, just subscribe and keep your notifications
Yeah.
on. You'll find it sometime, somewhere, someplace, somehow.
Eventually. And I think this weekend, we are finally dropping The Return of the King Part 1. Yeah? It's coming out this weekend. It was supposed to come out months ago. It's so outdated that the type of anime that we talked about, I had to edit out because it does not make sense. That's how bad, that's how outdated it is. I was listening to it like, Guys, this is new.
Hello,
All those
this is Future
jokes.
Zuko. Can I connect to Past Tebello? Past Tebello, you suck, dude. You suck.
Excuse me, whose fault
with
is it? Whose fault is it with all these different shows?
with that. Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Okay,
cool.
let's
So,
get
Blade
started.
2.
And then Comic Con had to come read the momentum. You don't
Yeah.
have Comic Con and every. Okay, let me say.
Anyway.
So we are here to
Tebello,
talk about
Diraso,
Blade 2.
Diraso. Each one.
What?
Each
Never.
one. Each one.
Never.
All right.
You will never know. You will never know inner peace.
Okay, so Blade 2. Okay,
Yes.
Blade 2. Right?
Blade
So
2.
it starts off with the ending of Blade 1 where I think Whistler supposedly because they say Blade is looking for Whistler because he
Yes.
heard that Whistler shot himself, but he didn't find the body, so he figured out that the vampires took Whistler and are moving Whistler from location to location. Weird
Wait,
fact.
does it start
Yeah.
with doesn't it start with the Nova blood bank? And then
Oh,
it goes
no,
to
Yeah. Okay.
you're
So
right,
no.
you're right,
First,
you're right.
it starts with the Northern Black Bank because it
Yes.
shows that okay,
Okay.
no, the guys here they even take blood in a jar. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, okay, I understand. Shout out. This is why one of the things that it's maybe a slight tangent, but I really need to highlight it. Guys, take care of your homeless people because the homeless people are being exploited. Do you see how how the homeless can get exploited like this? Because look at he's basically walking into a slaughterhouse, but what choice does he have?
And also, like,
And
let's
and-
just say it's not a slaughterhouse. It's just
Yeah.
a regular take advantage of house.
yeah,
They probably, let's say, if
No.
I donated blood and I was getting paid for it, I'd get like 100 rand.
Mm.
But if they do it, they get like 20 rand. You know, so
Even-
they get like
so-
and then so it's a nice little critique on taking advantage of the people that nobody will miss.
exactly, because sure there are no vampires that we know of here, but there are other monsters out there, aka Didi, and who knows what they'll be doing to these people if you're not taken care of. If you don't go out of the way to look for those people that everybody else is thrown away. The sad fact is we can take care of them, and I have got examples of when we've taken care of them. Do you know what happened during COVID?
Mhm.
That first lockdown, and I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about city. Literally, every city in the country rounded up every single homeless person, cleaned them up, shaved their heads, and provided shelter for them to prevent the spread of the disease. Suddenly, we could take care of the homeless
All of a Sunday.
all of a Sunday. I'm just saying, food for thought. Next elections, nalwena. Anyway,
QC Media's political, but
yeah, no, vote for the.
I want to see the tagline was this I want to be more viral than herpes, so please put the word out.
Oh, wait.
Nahan. Imagine.
I'm tebellokhala, and I would like you to vote for KC Media. Together, we shall have a movement that is more viral than herpes, more infectious,
Than HIV. And more prevalent than people taking grants.
Yeah.
If you are sick and tired of all the nonsense that's happening in government, vote KC Media today.
Note, side effects. You may join the Khala by accident. You may become a little bit more perverted, but you will have a greater sense of humanity.
And who knows? You might consider a constitutional monarchy, but anyway,
And you might become an anime fan. But anyway.
side effects anyway, back to the normal conversation.
Yes.
So we start with this, a normal conversation about comics. You know, I literally got a person messaging me because he wanted to. He's a writer, so he's
oh my
like
God,
a
did
script
we not even start?
Okay.
No, guys,
alright.
guys, I know it's a bit of a tangent.
Go.
He says, guys, I love what you guys are doing, but you guys are so intimidating because you guys know exactly. You guys are so knowledgeable about this field, and I'm thinking, wow.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like I'm literally the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the know-how. And then you're intimidated by me.
Guys, we are still learning.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
don't
me.
know. I don't know nothing.
Look
Yeah.
at me. I don't know comics. Like when I don't know something, I holler at Buck or I holler at Kem because they're my comic gurus.
Same
'Cause
here.
And when I don't remember a cartoon or thing, I holler at Tebello because I have like I have goldfish memory, so I have random access memory, so that also doesn't help. So I holler at other people. So don't be intimidated by what you don't know.
Also,
If you
we do
don't
the
know,
fusion
ask.
dance on this show.
And also,
We do the-
we don't care that you know. We talk so that you do know. So come on.
And I'm saying we do the fusion dance on this show. You can't take somebody serious who does this.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, I'm the wrong way.
No, you are the yes. That's the right way. I was the wrong way. Other way.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, remember that?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Guys.
because we were flipped. Anyway.
Yeah, flip.
Ha!
Remember? Yeah. So.
Anyway, point being is that we are stupid on this show.
See.
Yeah, we are the dumbest people in this field. Like we are embarrassing people. That's why it's the number one reason why the Kathleen Kennedys and the Dave Filonis are busy trying to shut us down because they just look at these crazy wannabe nerds. Look at them going on like they don't know shit. Oh my god! They just watch us and cringe.
Cringe into some common sense there, Kathleen and Feige. Yeah.
And Snyder and our hit list is getting long, guys.
Okay, so
now,
back to Blade. Okay, so yeah, and then after that, that's when so just to keep the video on track. So we get to the blood bank, we see the homeless dude, we see I think his name is Nomak or Novak.
Yes, Nomak.
So
I said
Nomak.
Nomak. Yes, it's Nomak.
Yeah, Nomak gets led to this one of these prim proper looking people. Like we found that
that woman looked like a vampire without even the teeth. As the minute I saw her, I was like, I vampire.
Yeah, and like we then it turns out they're going to just sit him down to this place and they're gonna just check his blood. They're gonna take all his blood and all that crazy thing. And it's like, oh, you poor sad thing are going to be harvested. And it turns out, oops, looks like the prey. It looks like the predator is the prey. As the prey becomes the predator.
He said, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Yes.
Open jaw, motherfuckers.
I'm so glad we didn't see that open
sticky
jaw
tongue, motherfuckers.
I'm so glad we didn't see that open jaw thing at the beginning. We just saw a slit open, and then he laughs, and then, oh no, what's going on? Bite, and then. Also,
just a quick note. I think Nomak is a good actor in this because he's huge, but you thought he was a lamb to slaughter.
Yeah.
And that's very hard to do for.
If you watch Hellboy Golden Army, the second one from Del Toro, it's the same guy who plays the Prince.
The twin.
Yeah, and apparently he's like a pop star or something.
Is it?
Oh, he's alive, I think.
Oh, didn't he pass away?
No, he's alive.
But as I was saying, like
from what I remember, he's alive. If
be that
knows, one of the guys in that movie passed away.
Yeah, just correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comment section.
Okay. So to be that big and look vulnerable and taken advantage of, that's some good acting. And obviously, I think sometimes we forget because it's an action movie, so we don't even care about the acting. We just want like, dog, deliver your lines so we can get to the fighting and all that cool stuff.
No,
so that actually makes the scene because you thinking because you get surprised when when he starts laughing and his thing starts splitting.
No, the first time I saw it when he started laughing, I was like, wait.
What the hell?
Oh, okay, because I thought,
and Buck just made my point for me because of like sometimes we like look at Batista. The reason he's lost weight is trying to be a serious actor, but he's been a good actor at his big weight. But because of his weight and his size, they're always trying to put him in tough guy roles or stuff like that.
No, I mean that, and also he said for health reasons it was not healthy to be that big.
And that was but I'm just saying like. The Batista, if you get Batista, you're gonna think put him in
Batista
the
bomb.
goofy big guy,
Yeah.
the serious big guy, but it'll always be the something big guy. You won't think like, man, Batista will make a nice dude in a rom-com because he's got the range. But you won't think of that because the first thing you think of is his
Nah.
size.
I'll tell you when I first respected, but when I got to respect Batista as an actor,
Mm.
and like, okay, I always liked his performance. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm comparing to some other actors like John Cena or Triple H or something like that. But him as an actor, when I finally got to see that this guy is actually an actor, it was his performance in the 007 movie. That guy said only one line, and you could still sense his presence as a villain.
Okay, back to Blade.
Back to normal.
Hi.
And then,
That being said, I just like one. Batista is my favorite wrestler, 10 actor. Looking at you, The Rock. Looking at you, everyone else. Bombastic side eye, and because of his
bombastic side eye.
yeah, because of his open-minded views on the LGBT. Because his mom, surprise, surprise, one of us. Ding.
since we tangenting, I will finish the tangent.
Yo, wait.
The one actor I thought would go a bit further was Randy Orton. I saw him in this other movie. I can't remember it now. He was brilliant in it. I was like, oh, Randy, okay. I did not expect that from you. But anyway, back to Nomak.
But not the betrayal I felt from the Undertaker. My heart is eternally broken. I will heal later. Anyway, okay. That being said, so Nomak eats the crew. He looks up at the cameraman and is like, "I hate vampires. I hate vampires." And then you see the long fingers come out of his mouth and dinner time. Oh yeah, to quote another thing, actors and musicians, 10 actors. This guy did it right, and that's me also casting a massive side eye to Jared Leto.
How many enemies do you want, Chief? This list is
He wants everyone, dog.
I don't want peace. I want problems.
Exactly, that's
Oh, no,
bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Jared Leto will start sending you chickens, blood of chickens in your inbox.
But he's too busy managing his island count for him to care about what I'm doing.
It's Luke Goss.
Yeah.
That's
No,
who
that-
Nomak is. It's Luke Goss.
Okay, and then so after that, now we get into the part I was talking about where Blade is. Okay.
So we have a Blade monologue where he's explaining what he's been doing for the past few years. That he's been traveling.
Fun fact: some of the shots that we see in the opening are deleted scenes from the first Blade.
Fascinating, because where to use all
It makes
footage
sense.
makes thumbs up. That being said, he explains that he left because in the end of Blade 1, he's in Russia.
Yeah.
And it tells like the reason he was in Russia in the first place is because he's been pursuing the guys who took Whistler, because we thought Whistler's dead. It seems like that Whistler was just turned into a vampire. So the bullet you took to the head didn't work, apparently. Surprise, surprise.
It didn't work because he was already turning, so the turn slowed down his.
Never mind the fact that bullet is made out of silver, but still.
No, but remember, he was still human, so the silver was not enough to kill him.
Okay.
But because he was regenerate, like
Yeah.
it's basically
Plot
just
hole. Yeah, just the plot.
just
He's
plot hole,
alive.
yeah.
Yeah, except he's alive. So it starts work with now.
Basically, when the bullet left, before he died, he became a vampire.
Yes.
So everything healed up.
Yes, and that. With that being said, we have the movie opening with saying now he's going to finish what he started. That is going to now go track down Whistler and kill him with his bare hands. And it, like my father has a saying, like if movie camera time. Whenever I ask that question, it means does it start with an action sequence? If you pay attention to all the good old-fashioned kung fu movies, it doesn't start with like forget the evil.
It doesn't start with hello. It starts with ha ha ha.
It starts with somebody jumping. How dare you try and attack our school?
You stole the manuscript.
And then fight. Then someone dies, and then it cuts to the plot.
But I also think this was also nicely done because they integrated the they did basically the flashbacks at the start of the movie.
Yes.
So it didn't like waste time. You didn't feel like guys, this
It didn't do what Spider-Man 2 did, which was make us watch 20 minutes of paintings from the first movie. It was like, good God, guys, I don't need to see the whole of Spider-Man 1 to understand we in Spider-Man 2. Can we
Yeah.
Which Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man Raimi, the beginning is a long sequence, dog. We get to see the whole plot of Spider-Man 1.
Am I delusional?
No, I'm serious. You like
Raimi,
all that webbings and everything. It's also X-Men. They used to have long opening sequences for the movie where we get to see all
yeah,
the
because
credits. And it's like, yo.
now it's clicking. Now it's clicking.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, where's the skip? It like now I know I'm ruined by streaming because every time I rewatch those movies, I'm like, where's the skip intro button?
So that being said, we have we cut to immediate fight, and then we see that the level of this is where they blended CGI with action sequences seamlessly, just after the Matrix. So people are riding the high of the Matrix combat CGI thing. But what I like about this one, with the scenes where it works, because there are scenes where it falls so flat.
Yeah, there are some. I love this movie, but there are some scenes where it's just like, ooh, okay.
And if you like, I watched I watched the recap, and even in the recap, so they still have some clips there. You still see her like, oh god, it's even worse than I remember.
Yeah, that's why it's the cringe I felt when I watched this movie.
Because
like,
now remember
wow.
our screens are even better resolution than they were back then. So son.
It's the resolution is showing all our sins. Anyway, so it cuts to if I'm not quite mistaken, Blade is running. He shoots two guards. He jumps on top of the railing. Oh yeah, he jumps on top of the railing. When they see that he's gone, he flips down and shoots. You could see at this moment he's leveled up as a vampire hunter. He's now hunting vampires. He's a vampire. If you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, if you get to the first one, he does a lot of fighting on the ground.
Yes.
And, I mean, if you want to, because this is something that Akira Toriyama used to do really well, is that he would storytell through his fighting.
Yes.
So a perfect example would be the first time when Goku went Super Saiyan. If you notice, when he first goes Super Saiyan, he spends a lot of time fighting Frieza in the air. And then when he's finally like acclimatized to being a Super Saiyan and he's got back his senses, he goes back to his martial arts thing and he starts fighting on the ground again.
The moment it's funny enough, that moment is is after everybody got transported off planet Namek. It's like almost like as if that his rage got dissipated by the knowledge that everybody he cares about is now safe. He can focus on beating this one person. And he's gonna beat him his own way. He's not gonna beat him as this rage monster.
You hear that, super fans? Shut up. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, we look at Blade.
God, I love. Do you know how much I love this group, guys? The way we can hit shade.
Anyway, so back to Blade. So yeah, we're seeing that he's embracing. Like in the first one, he was fighting his vampirism a lot.
Yes.
Like you can see it in his fighting style. But here he's like embracing his vampirism in order to exterminate vampires.
To exterminate vampires. And look,
and also you get to see it in a subtle way with another character. And I mean, I couldn't for the life of me understand on my rewatch because I did watch a recap. I was like thinking, I mean, this lady is hot, but I don't really get it. But story-wise, for Blade as a character, you get to see why that progression of him accepting his vampirism is kind of important.
Okay.
So, sorry, I'm breaking down the house. Something stuck on my chair, and it's causing a mini explosion.
Breaking down the house.
I thought you were fighting a vampire for a second.
Yeah. One of the vampires are coming from me. It's like Blade. La Maga is reborn.
But anyway,
it's just a mosquito, guys. How about you?
Yeah. So anyway, right. So after that happens, he finds Whistler. He
before I get that, I just wanted to highlight quickly. The beginning fight sequences of this movie, I think, is one of the best choreographies that I can highlight because there's a moment. There's the moment he jumps off the window, 550 stories. Lands there with a flip, takes out the gun and shoots the one guy down. So cool, puts his gun away. Like at that moment, even I was into guns. Like, I want a gun like that. Did you see the gun? And then,
Your
But the thing is-
Americanism was activated.
But the thing
Yes.
is that also, like, this is just Blade flexing. Like,
He
Blade
was-
did not have to do that.
No,
he
no,
was
no.
being so extra.
Blade was saying that I was born a vampire. You were turned into it. You don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. So the way he kills them all,
Like,
and then he goes around that whole bike sequence. Those bikers are business
why
swerving
didn't
around
they
him.
run?
The-
If
remember
I
he
was on
blo-
a bike, no, block for what? There's gotta
But-
be an exit somewhere, dog. Yo, why I'm fit.
Like, this cat's so fire, Chips.
Or fine, ditch it. Ditch the motorbikes, jump over the car. Now I'm gone.
And-
Run
okay.
on foot.
Then Blade would just get into his car and just drive after them.
Dog, no, I can disappear into the crowds, bro.
True that.
You can find somewhere. No, I wouldn't
So-
find.
No, he can smell you, so
So
He's
that-
busy catching other bras. I'm not
Yeah,
priority.
that
Okay,
being said,
point
so
taken.
he fights this other guy. Like I said, the first choreograph, the first part of them jumping and the shooting, you can see the CGI is like, I'm copying the Matrix, even with the stop motion bullets. Then I'm like, we are. They weren't hiding it. That's what I like
Yeah.
about this movie. They're like, we saw the Matrix. We are gonna put the Matrix in this movie.
No, but I mean, also, I didn't really mind that so much because,
Yeah.
a lot of Matrix ripoffs, but it's like also because Blade has superpowers
Yeah.
that it kind of fits. You know, it wasn't
It-
just, it's not like I love this movie, Shrek, right? But they have an obligatory Matrix scene. When you look at it, you're just like, but why did you guys do that? I mean, it's
Yeah,
funny.
no.
It was funny the first time that they did it, but then movies just kept doing it.
Yeah, the first
But,
one
like-
is when Fiona was kicking those two people and they
Yeah.
did the whole thing. Fine. The later ones, relax.
Yo,
We got the joke. It's okay.
yo.
Then,
So I'm saying for
They're
me
like-
here, I
like-
didn't
they
really
like
mind it.
forcing, man. They like forcing, and the thing is, it kind of feels basically also you can also take it to music today. Like whenever something hot happens, everyone
Yeah.
follows it. And the unfortunate thing is, especially when it comes to music,
Mm,
because everyone is following, no one's trying new things.
yeah.
And
Everybody is Kakashi Hatake of the Leaf, the copy
yeah,
ninja.
dog.
Yeah.
But the problem is they copying the non-named Jonins. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
And that's the worst. That's the worst part. The one thing, my biggest issue with music nowadays is that if you notice the trend because of things like TikTok and stuff like that, tracks are getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Mm. Like what the fuck
I
is
saw
a
this
2-minute
one- I
track?
saw this-
That's
I saw
an
this one-
interlude.
I saw this one comedian who was like, "Yeah, the next song is just gonna be and then it's just gonna be that for the TikTok."
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because
the brother's just gonna go into the booth and just breathe on the microphone, and then that's the track.
Have
yeah,
you watched that movie with Puri Tang?
No, I haven't
What
watched
happens?
it.
There's a scene where Puri Tang turns down all the volume, everything. He makes a beat,
Mhm.
and then he turns it down. He turns down his mic, and then he sings for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and that is the song.
Yeah.
No sound. And then they put it on the radio, and then it's like, oh my god, that's the new Puri Tang. Puri Tang is amazing.
Guys, why are we doing podcasts?
Yeah, so the thing I've learned, and I'll quote two of my favorite heroes. This one is the esteemed chef Marco Pierre White. Controversial at some places, awesome in others. He's the guy who made Gordon Ramsay cry. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. He says, "We don't live in a world of invention. We live in a world of refinement." And refine your craft doesn't mean you have to copy. It doesn't mean you have to copy anyone else. You need to refine what you're good at. And then the second one is from Lord McLean. Follow him on YouTube. He's hilarious. He used to do makeup reviews and stuff, but he's my favorite vampire slash immortal goth. Anyway, so he says trends are for the anxious. so you will not find me chasing any trends. So if you see something trending on the TikToks, on the YouTubes, and you feel like you need to make something to capitalize on this trend, you are just as anxious as everyone else. Just picture yourself as a prospector chasing the gold, chasing the gold rush, because you're doing it for clout. You're not doing it because it's something that matters to you.
Yeah,
So-
so basically music is, in post-apocalyptic movies,
Yeah.
how they're always just playing rave, some sort of rave.
Yes.
Music is starting to feel like that, like everything is just going to be like one genre. But anyway,
Guys,
let's go.
look up industrial dancing. That's what I'm saying.
Must build my chakra.
We're just
I stopped.
We're just
going
fitting.
on.
No, I'm moving it back. Look, guys, look up industrial dancing, because if you look at those freaky as dumbass dance moves like fashion cycles, honestly, it kind of looks back to one of the things that we're doing in the rave scenes in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
So that being said, we cut to.
Oh, that was another thing I loved about this movie, the music.
Okay,
Then
but
we-
anyway.
Then we cut to Blade beats up the fat vampire, fat phobic, but we forgive him because I don't know. Then he leaves
Well,
That's
he
great,
beats
you
up
might
a
have
lot
outran
of
Blade.
he beats up a lot of thin vampires as well. I don't
So-
think Blade
yeah.
has. I don't
No,
think
no,
Blade has
he-
any preference.
he tortures the one vampire, and then he leads him back to the hideout, and then they shoot him, and he uses him as a body as a body
That was funny.
as a body pillow, as a body shield, I guess. And this part is where you see this guy has a black belt, guys. I don't know what level, but he's way above. This guy has been holding his martial arts for years. And this scene where he's beating down those guards and everything, you just see that martial arts singing from beginning to end. I mean, he beats down one, he pipes, he realizes, okay, I'm out of bullets, because he shoots the one guy, he pulls the gun out of this guy's Asian corpse and aims at his body shield. He realizes, oh, I'm out of bullets. Okay. Then he pulls out those pins. He starts shanking all these vampires. No, did he? He starts stabbing these.
That's not Diddy, that's just jail, dog. Like shanking is jail. Maybe say no at a BC.
It's gonna be Diddy too, because he's
No, shanking is stabbing. Come on, guys.
Okay, so he starts stabbing all these vampires. Literally, the
I
one.
get it's like how rugby was invented before Sia Kolisi, but now everybody remembers Sia. Maybe that's how it works.
So that being said, okay. So he manages to pin down the one vampire with this little pin. He realizes, oh, he's out of pins. He pulls it out of the one incinerating corpse and stabs this one person. So, like, that was my favorite fight scene, kung fu fight scene, like chef's kiss. And then he just looks at this guy like, I'll save it for later. Then he
makes
rescues
That is an important part of the movie because
He makes that.
foreshadowing.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. As long as Blade don't see your face, you're fine. Why I'm fit. Wear glasses, wear a mask, hide.
Okay, so he takes Whistler, he gets Whistler, he takes him back, he injects him with the super anti-turning vampire serum.
We also get introduced to Scud.
And then, yes.
Bro was Daryl on
Yes, Daryl in Walking Dead.
Yes.
Like, some people, like, I don't know what people in the South look like who cook meth.
Oh
but
my God.
Daryl looks like those people in the South
Yeah,
who cook meth.
he did look like a meth head from the get-go. Like, this guy is like on everything.
And the thing is, he just stayed looking like that. Like, no matter what show he's in, he just stayed looking like he knows how to do the meth thing. But anyway, I digress.
It gets him the jobs. It's like that bro named Hector. Dude,
that guy's been like 40 movies, and all 40 movies he's been like Hector.
I'm sorry, wait, did you just, my ADHD is only catching up now. Did you just quote a BC from Oz?
Yeah, Adabisi.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't want to know what that is.
Do not.
BuckMeister? I put Oz right up there with the Breaking Bads, with The Wire, with The Sopranos. It is horrific.
In other words, shows that have traumatized me for life. Got you.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't. Like,
moving on.
we've spoken about Oz before when we were doing X-Men 97.
No, when I saw J. Jonah Jameson in there, and I was like, and you dare to call Spider-Man a menace? Oh my God, menace!
and each time I look it back and we were so young. What were you doing watching this? Oh my God.
Dude, I was in high school watching Oz. That thing put the fear of not going, like, you don't want to go, you don't want to do something, and then you see something and you're like, I really don't. Like, that thing put the fear of going to jail in me.
Yeah, you became a straight A student. Like,
Anyway,
Well,
back to Blade. Back to Blade.
Okay,
Back to Blade, guys.
Blade threatens Whistler, saying that if there's some way in there, this cure will help you come back. If you're not back by tomorrow morning, these blinds are opening, and you're going to be doused in some sunlight. Make your choice. And that's the only grace I was willing to give the old man.
And this is basically his dad, by the way. He's basically saying this to his dad.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying, like, that's for Blade. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of emotion, because every time he's seen vampires, Chief, he's
On
found
site.
more creative ways to kill them.
I mean,
Blade is the definition of on site.
Look what it did to his mom.
I must release you
With a bone. That's a kill.
Anyway, so we introduced to Scott. So Scott is basically taking over Whistler's role. So Whistler's role was basically tech support. So
tech support. We was tech support and
shout out to this actor. What's the name of the actor who played? I'm forgetting his name now.
Chris Christopherson.
No, Chris Christopherson.
Yes.
Yeah, because he just passed as well.
Yeah,
like,
he was.
You're the one that passed. Why was RIP the wrong person?
Yeah, he was phenomenal in the Blade movies. Like, I loved him. Like, he was so good. I thought they were going to add him to the comic books, and they didn't. And I was wondering, well, also they did nothing with Blade, so obviously. But I was just wondering why they didn't add him to the books. Because, fun fact, he's not there in the books. I think the only rendition you may get of him is in Spider-Man the Animated Series, where he kind of shows up as Blade's mentor there. And I wonder if that was inspired by this, and then they just never took it forward.
But he was good in this thing, because he was like, you could see where Blade get his thing, because he was also like, fuck vampires.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Like,
no, I'm saying, like, he was the perfect sensei for Blade. It's like, oh, you hate them? I hate them too.
let's kill him.
What gets him going is the fact that he's like, you are. The only reason Whistler spared him was the fact that he found him during the daylight. He's like, why aren't you dead?
Yeah, he was like basically fighting him, and then the sun came out, and then Blade was still alive when the sun, and he was like, wait, what's going on? And then he was like, I think I can work with you. And also, he found him young when he was still impressionable and could be manipulated.
Well, I mean, it also wasn't hard. It was just like, oh yeah, they did kill your mom. So you want to get him? And Blade was like, yes. So moving on. Yeah. So after Whistler comes back and everything, then basically Whistler is healed for the most part. He's back to normal because he doesn't have the blade he doesn't have the vampire healing because he's got a bum leg still. And
no, but remember, they don't. Whatever was wrong with you before you turn will stay wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's also the indication that he's human again, because it's like, yeah, he doesn't have the healing factor anymore. So Scott is messing with some of Whistler's stuff. Whistler's pissed.
Obviously,
who's this new little shit? Like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And
Scott is like, bro, you've been gone. Like, what the fuck? What was supposed to happen? Like, I wasn't supposed to move on. I wasn't supposed to find someone else. I wasn't supposed to just mourn you forever.
Yes, you're supposed to love me.
Oh god.
So, which reminds me, what's up with this woman who's busy going on all the social medias about her ex-girlfriend cheating on her, some Nigerian or something like that?
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that.
That lady who keeps like, that woman is fucked up.
Oh, that one. Latoya.
Yes, that one.
Latoya.
She just
All Latoya is fucked.
Let go. Move on. Heal. I'm sorry. I know
Guys,
you've been hurt, but still.
May heartbreak like that never locate me, please. Like,
Yo, me too.
you know what? The one thing I enjoyed about not being on social media is doing things like this. Because the thing is, when you're heartbroken, you're emotional, and sometimes 1 + 1 is 11.
You.
So I'm just glad that by the time I was heartbroken, social media wasn't that big, so I knew how to handle it outside of social media.
Like somebody should just should just send her the song from what's the name of the guy?
Demon.
Well,
not Demon.
at least her heart wasn't broken like how Blade was breaking vampires' hearts in Blade 2. So Blade 2.
No, hold on. I still did together. This song's gonna vex me all days.
Brilliant, Buck. Brilliant. Yes, back to Blade 2. So Daryl and not Daryl,
Yes.
sorry, Scud.
Yeah.
Scud and Whistler basically beefing because Whistler wants to basically like take it back to how it was, but it's not how it was because
Damn it.
there's
That song from Juice WRLD.
what?
You made my heart sing.
Oh my God, Tebello, focus. Tebello, focus. Tebello, you are on planet 1.
We try, Fetu. Hold
Never.
it.
You are on planet 1. Stop going to planet 13.
I'm just saying. Somebody needs to send her that song from Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Stop, Tebello.
Yes.
Tebello.
People in the comment section, Shazam Tebello's voice note and send us something in the comment section. Thank you. Back to this. We are an hour in and we haven't even gotten past the intro.
No,
This
look,
movie is
We are
2
still
hours.
like 20. We are still like 20 minutes into this movie.
Okay, guys.
Not even that. Not even that.
Lucid
We're actually
Dreams.
10
man.
minutes into this movie.
Okay, you
That
got
song-
it.
The song's name is Lucid Dreams. I'm fine now. Let's move on.
Okay, so what's this? Whistler and Scud beefing, right?
For
As
a
they're
moment.
beefing, then the ninja vampires come in and all of
And
that
then
stuff.
we got
Shout out to Whistler. I'm saying, first off, shout out to Whistler who took the gun and Scott was like, "Hey, yo, you can't touch that." And what? Shut your
chest mouth.
This is the first time we see the CGI.
And yeah, look.
I think
But
this one,
I'm not
if
gonna
I
lie.
remember correctly, this one was alright. There wasn't anything atrocious or
No,
anything.
okay, so first off,
Yeah.
the first time we see it, right? The first time we see it with the intro with the two, we'll call them vampire ninjas.
Yes.
Yes.
That part where they're like flipping on the rails, that part was solid. I liked that part. That
Yeah.
was really good.
Correct.
Right. Then we get into the fight scene, and the fight scene's good. Like the thing is, the practical stuff is amazing.
It was amazing.
Like you get to see that, like Wesley Snipes been actually doing martial arts for real,
Yeah.
for real.
Mm-mm.
And also,
Actually-
they're doing a lot of kung fu cinema where it's like one shot where you get to see the action. It's not choppy,
Yes.
choppy, cut,
Yes.
from the left, from the right. The cameraman is underneath now.
Mm.
We see a fist.
Yeah.
Hello, Rebel Moon. Anyway, but yeah, but you
Hello,
get to see,
hello, Tana, the Last Jedi.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, so it was, but like, and then, I mean, like, for me, look, the CGI didn't bother me, but if somebody was to point it out, I'd have been like, yeah, okay. It's like how I feel about Black Panther 1 sometimes. It's like, I love that movie, but when people go, the CGI chief, I'm like, yeah,
Look,
yeah, okay.
let me get this straight. When I first watched this, for years, I used to enjoy that fight sequence because the fight sequence leading up to the CGI fucking mess up, like it's my favorite fight of the whole movie, no matter how cringy it become and everything. That when we fight, that sword fight between the lady ninja and Blade, that action sequence was giving me the dopamine hit.
Also, you just get to see how like masterful Blade is. I think the
Yes.
thing is also the nice thing about the scene is, and I think this is in
Yes.
the subtext. I might be reaching here. I might be Mr. Fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But thingy, the fact that it was only 2 vampires
Yes.
and that they didn't shoot anybody. I think Blade noticed from jump that he was like, something is off here.
Yes. Because
So that's why you never, like I'm saying, you never see, like he doesn't draw his blade out until Blade doesn't draw his blade out until like halfway through the fight.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
because he's been blocking with a She leans, he does that foot thing. That the guy coworker realizes, my lady needs to gotta remove the bullets from this gun and throw it away. And then he comes with a flying kick to nowhere. And then he got the worst of the beatdown. I think you can see here Blade was kind of sexist because it's like, this lady, let me just control her. This nigga just interrupted me.
No, I think the thing is because he was just like, oh, so now we fighting for real, for real. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I thought, okay.
And then we get to the point where the CGI jump. And
Ish.
that's why it kind of like.
That's where you start going like, what was that?
The animation studio here, they felt like a budget or the software didn't catch up.
Something commercial.
It broke it, but it didn't break the movie. That's the one thing I'll be honest about. The CGI broke a little, but it didn't break the movie. It wasn't Matrix Reloaded. Because that CGI broke the movie. Let's be honest. It wasn't.
No, there was a lot of
just a quick thing. So Wesley Snipes is a fifth Dan in Shokotan Karate.
Yes.
And he's also done some kung fu and Brazilian
and also
Brazilian
Aikido,
jiu-jitsu,
right?
as well as capoeira, aiki, jiu-jitsu, as well as taekwondo.
And also Aikido, isn't it?
I don't see anything about aikido here. It's probably the aiki jiu-jitsu that's close to aikido, but I don't see anything about aikido here.
I've heard stuff about not aikido, hapkido.
Like I said, I don't see.
Okay. Well, anyway, point is, bruh knows how to move.
Yes.
And that's something that really enhanced these movies.
Yes.
Because this is something people need to understand, right? And I know that people have said, well, Mahershala Ali on set, he was wanting a movie that was supposed to be like as impactful as Black Panther. We don't know what that means. It can mean several things. It could mean that it could be as big with just as like people are dressing up as Blade. We don't know what that means. But the point is that when you're thinking of a Blade movie, right? If you can get action sequences and you can get one-liners and you can get delivery and stuff down, you have a movie. Okay? Like we don't get emotional superfests in Blade 2, okay? We get some of it, but it's not like it has to be prevalent throughout the movie. But as long as Blade can move and Mamata a vampire, we have a movie. So I don't know why.
I've said it before. Or maybe I haven't said it before. Maybe I'm gonna say something controversial right now. But guys, it doesn't cost $1 billion to make a good movie. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
The recipe is right in front of you.
I think a Blade movie, like if you take away the salaries, I don't think a Blade movie should cost more than 20 million to make, dog.
No, like I'm saying, you just get the guys from Raid. Ooh, Raid was You get the guys from Raid, you have them choreograph some fight scenes, you have whoever the actor is learn a couple of moves here and there so that when you cut to the stuntman, it's a seamless transition, and you have a movie. But anyway.
Exactly.
But
we have a movie.
But remember, we've been saying this, like, we said, like, he just needs to find one person he needs to kill, and the story is him trying to kill that person, and that's the movie. You don't need to make it. It doesn't need to be freaking Shakespeare.
Thank you.
But anyway, back to Blade 2, the actual example of what we're talking about.
The fight, quote unquote, ends with a draw because Blade had a sword to her head and she had a sword to his tendons. And that's when they said, no, we have a peace treaty. We are here to extend an invitation.
Blade would have mollywopped her. He was.
Yeah, I know. I just want for the
we're here to parlay.
Yeah,
they basically
for the sake of plot,
they
made it look like it was even. But the truth is, Blade was washing the floor with everyone.
He was half asleep in that fight. He was just like, something is off here.
Yeah,
I think also he maybe was listening for other vampires. He was like, only two of you? You sure? I don't think you guys know who I am.
Against me? Are you sure?
So anyway, he gets the parlay request, and then he decides to go with them. Scott is acting like, no, we shouldn't go because we're going to the thing. And then Blade is like, whatever, I'm Blade. I have balls the size of.
Nah, Blade also knew about Scud, but we'll get
No,
to
but
what he-
remember,
Yeah,
we
at this
don't know
point,
at that
we don't
time.
know.
At that point in
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
we don't know that he knows about him.
Mm.
So Blade is like, no, I've got balls the size of watermelons. Let's go. And he brings Whistler along,
Did I have to
and
put the
then
image
we
in my
get
head?
introduced to the Blood Pack.
Oh no! First we get we have a cute a scene where it's like the girl is disappointed. Like, we grew up learning legends about Blade and the boogeyman, but he agreed to come with us so easily. And
No,
it turns-
wait. Did she say we grew up? Because that's weird. Because vampires don't grow. I think it's like we've heard legends or something.
oh yeah, we had
No,
legends of
but
Blade.
remember, she's a special vampire. She's a born vampire.
But I'm saying, which is weird because
Yeah,
in
no,
vampire
the-
lore, if you get bitten as a baby, don't you stay a baby?
No.
No.
Listen,
Let me
she's
put-
a born vampire. meaning
in this vampire
in this
legendary,
one,
there are basically two types of vampires. There are the pure breeds, and you can see with the level of racism, and there are guys who get turned into vampirism. It's actually a very important plot point in the first Blade movie, by the way.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
so there are guys who are born vampires because they've got family dynasties that can go until 1940. And she's from one of those. And where she was growing up, apparently.
Okay,
She
so
had-
then it means that pure vampires can age.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
that's why you
can
see.
age.
That's why you see the father so old.
They all can age. They're not immortal, quote unquote. They're just,
It's just that the
Scientists.
blood keeps them alive longer.
yeah.
Okay,
Which
no,
is
but I'm
good.
saying, so they're technically immortal, but they age.
Yes, but remember back in even in the first one, those guys were pure bloods, and remember they were all different ages,
Hmm.
and they weren't turned; they were born vampires.
Many of them.
That's why they call the
So
pure
it means
bloods.
that it means that the ones that get turned, because those are the ones that stay vampires forever. Wire. Those are they're better than the pure bloods.
No,
No.
it's very much the other way around. The pure bloods are the guys. They age slowly. They also if they age slowly, they have more in tune with they're more in tune with their vampiric powers than the turned ones.
Than the turned ones.
Than the
And
turned
remember,
ones.
whatever you had as a turned person will stay. So if I had a scar before I was turned, the scar will stay. I'm not gonna be. If I had a bum knee,
Yes.
it won't be bum, but I won't have the knee power of a regular vampire type of thing.
That's the
okay.
type. That's the type
Yeah,
of
if
BS.
I didn't have a finger before I got turned, I still won't have a finger. It's not gonna regrow now.
Oh, okay, all right. So it means that they changed the. All right. Anyway, maybe I'm just
So-
confusing.
no.
MC.
In the Blade,
I think I'm confusing Marvel vampires with these movie vampires. Okay.
yes, no.
Yeah.
In regular vampires, it's whatever. But in Blade vampires, there's pure bloods,
and then
and then there's turned bloods.
so basically in the hierarchy of this movie, we've got the pure bloods sitting on top with the big family dynasties and stuff. Then there are the turned ones, and then at the bottom of the food chain are the familiars, because the familiars are basically humans that
Yeah.
run around and do they're like the foot
Who run around during the day, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you. Okay.
So that's the big difference between those three. And that being said, Blade is a pure blood. Funny enough, because technically his mom was turned into a vampire while carrying him. So he got turned into a vampire in the womb. And that's why as she was dying, he was born and he carried the genetic advantages of being half human and half vampire. And that's why you can see here he's flexing his pure blood status powers like crazy.
Hey, when he'll pose on you and kill you, dog. You know how disrespectful that is?
Literally jumps on a moving
Nigga, this ain't
bike.
top model. Why are you posing?
No, he jumps on a moving bike, rings your neck with a silver wire, cuts
And
off
then
your
jacks
head,
your
and
bike.
And then stops the bike. Like, you disrespectful so-and-so.
No, dog, like he was like posing like this, and he was like, "Yeah, I know you're above me.
Yeah.
I know you're about to come down and get this ass whooping, but I'm gonna stand here and pose like I don't know what's going on."
That's the thing about Blade. Now we get to now the lady was disappointed that he agreed to come to the council, to the parley, and turns out that he's carrying enough explosives to level a city block.
So much for coming easily.
Coming peacefully, which for me is like a level of respect. Like I will come, but I'm not coming empty-handed.
Mhm.
He pulled a joker before the joker.
Mm.
Da, 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 da.
Let's not lose our heads.
Sorry. I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da!
Well, actually, technically, he does do that. We gotta talk about it, but hey, Dark Knight, hey,
It's true.
you little hey, Christopher Nolan, hey.
We'll come back.
This is Christopher Nolan right now. So Buck has discovered my master plan.
Hey,
He is
yo,
level
Wesley, Nolan owes you checks, dude.
Okay.
Okay, so
Maybe if he got that money, he could have avoided the tax evasion. No.
no, if he had gotten that money, he would have had more taxes because
He would have gotten himself a proper lawyer because he never should have gone to jail for that nonsense, honest to God. Him and Martha Stewart, those two.
Anyway, all I'm saying is Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Hey.
we see you.
We see. Okay. So we then get to meet the most disgusting.
Where were the references from?
Where are the references?
Where are the references?
Where are the references?
You wouldn't let
No,
it come from an
guys.
ordinary movie.
Back to the blood pack. Yo, my
Hey.
point.
Okay, first we meet the most oldest disgusting vampire I've ever seen in my life, and that's next to no. What's the name of the Underworld? Underworld has ugly ass vampires. Let's be honest. This old man was a close second. I was like, kill this man out of principle. I've never seen such a hideous
No, the
thing in my
fact that
life.
we're in a movie with people who open their faces and he's still the ugliest vampire, it was like that's a feat and a half.
Yeah, he
Because
was.
he basically looked like marble, but not nice marble.
You know what he looked like? He looked like the stepchild in Voldemort's family. Like you, like how Voldemort look better than you? Voldemort doesn't even have a nose.
Oh my God! Why are you so right though?
The child that Voldemort's dad didn't claim.
Yeah,
Came
no, he
from the
just owed
side.
him. Like we don't know this one. We don't speak of him. Father, love me. That's why he took his tendencies with his family. That explains everything.
Yeah, I was disowned, so I shall disown.
There you go. No. So we cut to this old man, and then they make they start making a discussion, like the vampiric virus turns these people into vampires and generates vampiric organs, and Blade cuts it like a cancer with purpose. And then like no, the evolutionist Lita Strain is called the Reaper Strain, and this guy is he's busy hunting vampires, and Blade was like, well, I guess
Blade was
doing me a
like,
favor.
shouldn't I team up with this bro?
No,
What's his
he's-
number?
This man is doing me a
My kind
favor.
of bro.
Like you're missing the point. These people they don't die. They turn into more reapers. So like, okay, and like once it's done finishing with us, who do you think is gonna go after next? You're the precious humans. Not all of them will be left. And then suddenly they make peace. But I like shout out to Blade being smart enough to like, okay, I think this will lead us to we've never been to war with that organization. And then Wesley like, what do you really think? They're gonna fuck us the first chance they get.
No, I mean, obviously, Blade is like, this is obviously a trap. You know what it is? Is that Samurai Jacob? You see, I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew that you knew that I knew that you knew that I knew.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite episodes of Samurai Jack. But anyway, but yeah, no, Blade is obviously 100% aware that he's like, these guys are going to screw me. Like, there's not even a question about it. But let me get a look at their operation. It looks like they're fighting differently. Like these bras came in the middle of the night with ninja costumes in silence. They haven't done that before. So are they? Oh, they're okay, now I'm hearing that they're training to take me out. What kind of training are they doing? I'm sorry, the training failed.
The black pack.
The training failed.
So me and the guys have been wondering, Do you blush?
Oh,
Like when Blade comes, like, ooh, you've been training to kill me, and now you finally
loves
meet me.
so like
Goosebumps.
God. This
Ah,
No,
dog, that is such a dope scene.
one of my favorite lines is like, "What you looking at her for? What, you need permission? Let me give you some motivation." Yo, made him look like a bitch in front of the whole crew.
Hey, Ndanga, in front of the crew,
I
in front of
wouldn't
the
respect
homies.
you. I wouldn't respect you after that, dog. I just
you
saw
lost
Blade slap you.
you lost all your street cred in a moment.
Dog. No, like, dog, he slapped you 3 times, and then when you tried to do something, he you did, and then he
And
put
then
a bomb in the back of
bombed
your
your
head.
head. He basically put a bomb on your head. So now you're walking jihadist up in here,
You know?
but only for yourself.
Okay. What I wanted to highlight is like shout out to the Black Pack. Shout out to certain characters. We've got Ron Perlman, which we all know became
Hellboy, yeah.
Hellboy.
Oh yeah, he was Ryan Hart. He was the
Still-
one who got bitched up.
He's still my favorite Hellboy, and I know the other Hellboy movies that released, but that one. Sure, we can say about the controversy, but I like that. I can still watch those movies to this day. So
No, I
shout out.
love those movies. I love those movies.
And then also the other one who made his debut, I think this was his Marvel debut or something like that, or his main a Western media appearance.
Maybe his
debut.
American debut.
American debut, Donnie Yen, because
Mm.
he was huge in Asia. I mean, he got
What was that?
well,
I don't know, dog.
Like when they introduce him and he's like,
yes,
No,
he had
he
absolutely
did this.
The worst part is he had no lines whatsoever in the entire movie.
I think probably this is when his English was still not Englishing.
Nah, that
nah,
guy.
he was.
that guy
I think he
control.
was pretty. I think he was pretty competent at this point.
He was very
Like, here's the
competent.
other thing.
Oh,
the
okay,
other
then I
thing.
don't know.
I was just like, yeah, I want to see a fight scene between him and Wesley Snipes. Why is Wesley fighting all these other random ass vampires?
That
Give me that boss battle.
I think that's probably the only disappointment from Blade 2. Like, Snowman and Blade didn't get to go at it. Oh, that was Donnie Yen's character's name in the thing, Snowman.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, because he gets to
Snowman,
he gets to triple kick one of those face hugger
Reapers.
vampires, the Reapers. He gets to triple kick that guy.
That
But
was
I'm just like,
awesome.
I was like, yeah, let me see him fight Blade. In fact, like, I know this guy's a really good actor, the guy who's playing Nomak or whatever. But hey, substitute Nomak for Donnie Yen so I can see Donnie Yen and Wesley Snipes
Like even
punch
if
up.
it's just 30 seconds, guys, and and then they have to whatever, like they start fighting and then the Reapers
Oh, you know what would have
come.
been cool if like they developed like a friendship, like some team up style, and they just get to fight a bunch of the
like
Reapers back to back.
Yeah,
That would have been dope.
that also would have been dope.
It was one of those few
That's
moments where
that's actually
underutilized
probably
our life.
what to call it, a missed opportunity there because those two are literally actual martial artists, so that would have been actually cool to see.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was like too much diversity. We already have a black lead. We can't have an Asian man also open ass like that. He'll get one triple kick and disappear off screen. Because the Blood Pack, I'm sorry, the way they go out, guys.
They were never gonna take on Blade. I don't care how many. I don't know how many apologists are there. They were never going to make it. Wow, they spent years trying
Like
to
Lighthammer didn't even not even Lighthammer. Who was Lighthammer's girlfriend? She was like, "Why are you even here, girl?"
Why are you even here?
Doesn't she like die from like self-sacrificing herself in some
Yeah, like she basically didn't want to become a Reaper, so she's like, I'd rather sunlight myself than become a Reaper.
The Blood Pack fell into every single trope, every single horror movie trope in fast
I was
succession.
like, Blade would have thoroughly destroyed you guys. Like, it's not even a contest.
There was the racist guy who ends up getting killed first because he's the thinks he's the de facto leader of the group. There's the guy who betrays everyone. There's the guy who gets bitten but pretends he's not he pretends he hasn't gotten bitten, and for some unknown reason we've got the love interest who's too blind to notice that her lover has been bitten by the disease.
And then she was like, so like that was a disappointing one because they basically made her a damsel in distress and she's supposed to be a fighter. Like I don't care if she wasn't a good fighter, but at least if she was a fighter, it would have been more
Like, how did you get onto the blood pack?
Yeah, they
What
literally
can
made
you
her a
do?
damsel in because like the
there's
moment the thing she was like
There's that-
like
And then she climbs up the thing to get dusted by the sunlight. Okay.
There's that scene that gets
no, I like that makes sense because she was like I'd rather die a
No.
vampire than that
Oh
thing.
no! Wait! Are we talking about the main love interest?
No, we're
No, we're
talking
talking about
the
Redhead.
Lighthammer. Lighthammer's
Oh,
yeah.
redhead. So we're talking about
Yeah,
redhead.
redhead,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who? Yeah. I was like, how did you get onto the team? You know what it's
Yeah.
like? It's like when you're watching X-Men 3 and there's that guy with the spikes on his face. And I'm
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
how did you get on the team?
The
Like
Pokemon
how?
Like what is it like
what happens to your
like-
clothes when you make those spikes? Because whenever
No, also, like,
I get you killed that woman by spiking
but also
her.
your spikes are literally right
No,
here.
but like I'm saying, do they shoot out of your skin? No.
No.
So that means that you have to hug people to death.
Like, come on, bro.
And this is
Why
on a
the-
team.
why the
And this
hell
is
your
on a
clothes?
team that has. This is on a team that has Magneto, Pyro. Like these are Mystique. These are mutants that can do damage. When you just have to hug people to death.
And that
How?
one with the sonic clap.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
when
like-
you must hug people.
Ow. So I'm redhead. Same WhatsApp group. I'm
Same-
like, how?
same.
How
What-
did you?
There's a line
At least Spiky Boy had attitude. This one was like,
No, there's that line in RuPaul's Drag Race. One of the contestants like, let me ask you a question. What do you do successfully? Very quickly. I feel like I could ask that question answer the same question like
It's like it's a regular question until we get to successfully. It's like, yeah, what
Yeah.
do you do successfully?
success.
Because you
Yup.
can do things, but it's not successful.
So anyway,
anyway, back to the matter at hand.
so they decide now
I
we're
just
gonna
gotta
go.
say, sometimes gay dudes are so spicy. It's like, you had to hit me right there in the fields, chief, like successfully.
Now,
Anyway,
if you saw the context of that scene, you'd also understand why you wanted that asked there because this person was bitching and
Oh,
moaning.
quick fact. You know who Chupa is?
Chupa.
He's Vince from Fast and the Furious.
What? Who?
One of the Blood Pack guys, Chupa, he had the big axe.
oh,
He's Vince from
Oh
Fast
my
and the Furious.
God! It is him.
wait, from the parody or from the actual movie?
No, from the
From
Fast and the
the-
Furious.
from the
He's from the
Fast and the
first
Furious.
one.
He's the boyfriend who wanted.
He's the one who wanted
He was basically.
who wanted a Dom sister, but she kept turning him down.
Oh no, the white guy.
Yes.
Holy wait! Whoa!
also known as Dom's ex-boyfriend.
The one who, when they go to Brazil, he's got a wife and thing, and then he died. That one.
Oh my god! What's his name? Vince.
His name is Matt
Matt
Schultz.
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 Yeah.
Mad Schultz.
Matt.
Oh, okay. Matt.
Matt.
Okay. Matt Schultz. Blade.
Yeah, he's in the original Fast. He's in the first one
Yeah.
and the fourth one, I think, or is the fifth one.
or whichever.
I'm not finding this, bro. Let me see.
How do you spell? You're not spelling the match Schultz properly. It's
MATTSCHULZE.
Z-E.
Oh, okay. Found him. I just want to see if I can find him in Blade. Yo, the wiki is so disrespectful. They don't even have his picture.
In Blade, he had short hair. I think if you see him with the short
Oh,
hair, you
yeah.
will-
Okay. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
him now. I see him now.
He was
yeah.
the guy fighting alongside Priest,
Right.
the other racist pureblood. And then I think in the end he ends up getting eaten. I don't know what happens to him there.
yeah,
No,
they all get
doesn't he
eaten.
doesn't he get jumped by a bunch of?
He gets jumped by a bunch of them, but let's
Yeah.
get there. Let's get there.
Okay.
So what
So-
happens is that he ends up.
So basically,
Blade-
they get introduced to the pack, and Blade does his thing, and now they're like, okay, how are we gonna hunt these guys? So he's like, well, obviously these guys go after vampires, so we need to go to the biggest vampire party that's happening right now. And and then that's where he discovers how now they've started to
because
hide
of you.
themselves from Blade, because
And
they used to paint so that
Glyphs.
vampire market, like they were basically like
vampire
12 houses.
glyphs. Yeah.
They're 12 houses, and every house had a glyph, so basically like a mark. So then and obviously every house will have its own parties and whatever. So they started hiding him with like glow in the dark stuff, whatever, and
Because
only you can
rethink
see
our
it with
habits.
like night vision goggles and things like that. And because vampires naturally have night vision goggles, so they will be able to see it. So now
Which doesn't make
basically,
sense. It was
as
bad to
BuckMeister was
see.
saying, Blade was like, we'll see how they operate. So now they're seeing how the vampires are operating. Like, oh, so this is how I've been missing some of these guys, because they're operating like this. And then
Well, I get what
the
Tebello is saying, but maybe it's in one eye. I get he has half the powers, so maybe one eye has night vision, the other, so he can't make out the whole image. You have to have both eyes.
Or maybe he just has like strong vision, but not night vision type of thing.
True that. He is the daywalker. He has the one thing they don't have. So
yeah.
I can go to Starbucks in the morning.
You can't take this from us also, Blade. Come on. But anyway.
But that when you think about it, that's a movie mistake, because they say he's got all the powers and none of the weakness, so he should have night vision. But it's one of those it's one of those things that it's one of those mistakes that probably they knew it was a mistake, but for the movie to have a little nice plot and storyline, they had to do that. So they go to the party and Blade is watching. And they're like, hey, brah, you can only watch. Please don't kill the people, because
you can see them feeding.
Also, shout out to something that I would never thought I'd be disgusted by, but Razor Blade making outing. Not for me. Yeah.
Oh, was that the only part? There was a legit tattoo artist busy grafting this woman's spine. I was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I've watched Oz, so razor blades under the tongue is nothing scary. That's how.
The more you tell me about Oz, the more I'm like, I will never watch this thing.
Look,
BuckMeister, I'm sorry, guys, I have to tangent on this one. So this dude finds out this other dude like killed his mom or had his sister, something, whatever. But there's beef. But then,
I think I remember it.
But this dude doesn't know that it's that the person they killed is they're close with this person. So the dude gets close to him, like ready to make out and stuff. While they're kissing, he now starts kissing on the neck, and from the thing he takes out razor blades from his tongue and slices him up. Dog, Oz is.
Look,
this is how you watch Oz.
Yeah.
You guys are the reason they invented the BCCSA. That's all I can. BCCSA didn't exist until somebody was like, "This is on ETV." What?
Dog, this is when ETV was the ish, bro. ETV had just the insanest ish ever.
Oz and Nip Tuck. Every time it ended, I used to think, this is disgusting. I will never watch this show ever again.
Until
and I'll call my cousin. And I'll call my cousin. Did you see? This is disgusting. We should never watch this show again. Friday evening.
Oh, I actually need to finish Nip Tuck. Okay? I think I lost interest about season 4. So
I know. Somebody, you guys, you summoned the BCCSA like Captain Planet. Indecency, no innocence, gratuity and nudity, all combined.
You forgot what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, shock.
Like Professor X when Professor Utodia when he made the Powerpuff Girls. Indecency, nastiness, and so added chemical X, and thus the BCCSA was born. Take all of this down. But anyway, moving on.
Okay, I just wanted to highlight. So we get to the party. Fun moment. Rush, the fat vampire, catches on, finds Blade there at the party, and Blade is like minding his own business. And you just see the guy take off like a bat out of hell, and you just see Blade smiling. So one of my friends were like, bitch, I ain't
Dude,
forgot you.
But Blade is such a cool asshole because he sees him and he's like, yeah, bitch, run. You know
He
who I
wasn't even
am.
looking. He was like looking that way. It's like he's looking away. He's looking there. He said this wasn't running.
He's like, yeah.
That's how you know. That's how you know Blade held a grudge. He was like, "You were there when they with Whistler.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna forget about you.
like you think.
You messed with my dad. Oh no.
Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh no! Don't you think for 1 second? Yeah.
And then there's another scene where the guy tries to aim a gun at Blade, and Blade is like, oh, no,
that's
long
Chupa
since,
again.
long since aiming it back at you, like what? Like look, he got you, and then you just see Blade smiling again, like what?
So but if you notice, basically Chupa and Vince are the same person.
Yeah. No, Chupa and Vince are the same person, and what's his name? Priest is the racist guy who's like, look at this. How these people are not even pure bloods. You should just kill them just to make sure. He's that level of
Hey.
Puritan. He'd be the Republican of vampires, which doesn't make sense.
Straight up. So anyway, as they're going about, they start leaving the main thing and start checking out the sewers and stuff, and that's where
while they're busy dancing, the Nomek was like, they walk. Like, how does he know? What did they?
Yeah, I wish they did explain that.
Did they like before?
But remember, he's got a heightened sense of smell.
I get that.
And also, no. I'm getting to that. Remember, he's part of a noble family, so he's probably either had an encounter with him, or they've got
probably.
Or they've had even if he didn't directly encounter him, maybe they had to run away because Blade was coming.
Also, it's like if he's hunting vampires, it's likely that people are like, "Yo, are you working with Blade? Who's this Blade that you're talking about? Like he's killing a lot of us. Oh, is he?
Really? I like him.
I'm gonna show you what killing a lot of y'all is. So anyway,
those are rookie numbers. He killed how many? Those are rookie numbers. Let me show you.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to put it out. Put it on.
And that being said, okay, we cut to there where they also, once again, every horror movie trope, stupid action, they split up.
Didn't Blade tell them not to?
But they didn't listen. Remember, they were.
Yeah, I remember Blade being like, "Don't split up," and then everybody was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna listen to you. We've been training 2 years to take you out." And Blade, like, I swear, there was a moment where Blade was like, "Oh, these dumb."
You know what? At some point, it's like, I don't give enough. Like, you know what? Do what you must. It's okay.
Like, I think only Nissa and the other guy listened to him, and that's why he like.
Assad.
Like I think they're the only two that listen to him, and that's why he tries to save Assad. Even though Assad also, dog, all that time being a vampire, did your black stinks just short out? Your black stinks were not acting up; they were not working.
So
they weren't working, bro.
Now we get introduced to the fight sequences that have the least amount of CGI. If you pay attention. Yeah, they're just shooting everyone, fighting. It's like they're using different fighting techniques. And once again, Chupa and what's his name?
Which one?
Priest.
No, Priest gets old shame. Priest didn't survive. What's the name of this guy? Reinhardt.
Oh, no, that's Reinhardt.
Yeah, Chupa and Reinhardt are going at this poor thing like it's nothing. They are busy gunning down these Reaper like it's like they're having the time of their lives. The other guys
Reapers don't give like those Reapers are like super crackheads, not even crackheads. They're like super crackheads. They're like if you combine a crackhead and a toddler.
Oh, that also. What did I want to say? Oh. By the Whistler at this point vanishes for some reason. He leaves his post. We are supposed to feel like, oh no, he's not as good as we think he is. Then we also cut to what's the name of that mechanic again?
Scud.
Scud.
Scud. He's busy watching Powerpuff Girls in his car.
Hey man, Powerpuff Girls is the. Oh, he's in the car.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be keeping a lookout. And at that point, he realizes that this guy wasn't in his post, and these things tried to attack the car. And he, for some reason, the lights weren't working. But then
But you know they never work, dog.
They never went when you need them to. And
always gotta like.
That's when he
1, 2, and then they work.
also like it when they're busy. Whistler is busy giving them the upgraded weapons. Like this guy can do this amount of damage, designed to kill you vampires and everything like that. If all else fails, this filter filters out the UV light. This one makes it deadly. So you see, this light can kill you. This light, you're safe to go. And they're like, why are you pointing this light at me?
Just showing you how it works, bro.
No, also he was just like, y'all tortured me for a couple of years. So yeah,
I'm gonna enjoy this. So we get to the whole like they can't handle the light. Which other ones was okay? Priest was beaten down to pulp, and then this is where we see the disgusting mouth because they first he licks Priest on the face and like, okay, that's kind of gross.
Ooh,
and then
that was actually
then it opens up and yeah. Fun fact: this is how you see when you see the LGBT, the gays. This is what we imagine when we hear Puntang. You see that.
It is much more beautiful than that.
That's what it is.
Don't insult
Puntang's like a flower in summer. It just blossoms.
Yeah, that's a Venus flytrap. Don't do that.
Why do you think we're afraid of it, guys? You have no idea. We are scared of it. No, I'll be the one LGBT member that met to everyone like me. Yeah, it's close too.
To quote my main man, Lafayette. Everybody's scared of that pussy. Whether they're straight, black, or whatever. Because they know nothing is more powerful than the pussy.
Thank you. Lafayette. It's preaching the truth since 1994. It's like, anyway.
That's from True Blood, from those who don't know. Lafayette, True Blood.
True Blood.
It's like most good series, the last 2 seasons go to shit, but like
but
it was freaking awesome.
Yeah. And Jason Stackhouse.
And the way
back to these vampires.
The way Bill just said
these vampires.
I love
the vampires
you,
that we're talking about. Let's talk about the vampires we're talking about. So everybody's getting pwned. Yeah. And then Assad.
Scott realizes the weakness is the light. And that's when, by the way, Lighthammer is getting beaten to death. Lighthammer, what happened to your vampiric instincts? This thing was crawling up from behind you.
This is where you realize
you can't tell me the way
you sometimes you make a movie and you forget the movie you're making. If this was a horror and that happened, it would be cool. But this is a guy with super hearing. How did he not hear this thing going? Because this thing wasn't also quiet. It's not like it was quiet.
Yeah.
I think it was the thing of the Blood Pack is they're those guys that they look like they can do something, but when they actually get into the actual altercation, everything kind of shuts down. Because I think the moment things went left, a lot of people forgot about which powers they had. Like Assad forgot that he should have super hearing to hear vampires in the water or whatever those things are in the water. Yeah. Other people forgot that they have like abilities to like run away from these things. And I think the thing is that like the vampires, they're not used to being hunted. So even if you see them with Blade, a lot of them forget about the stuff that they're capable of because they're just like, I'm not used to fighting something as strong as me.
Yeah, it's basically like that person who gets trained, but they just get trained like by themselves, like they do hum. But then when they actually have to fight, they don't know how to they don't know how to like do the combos
or even it's like somebody who's trained to fight, but they never fight another trained fighter.
Yeah,
they're always fighting other people who can't fight, and then when somebody who knows how to dodge and slip left, then they're just like, but now it's not working anymore.
Yeah, what do you mean? I can't jab you. Why aren't you jabbing?
No,
So I'm saying,
no.
like, Warhammer, he hit that thing, and that thing came back, and he was just like, that doesn't happen.
No, but like he hit that thing, like that
Uh,
thing's neck was like I kid you not, guys, like this part of the head was like
Yes.
on this part of the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's how he got rocked. But that thing was just like hey bruh, thanks man.
It
Thanks for
turned
knocking
into
that crook out.
it turned into Michael Jackson from Thriller.
Yes.
Hey dog.
And
No,
then,
it became one of those chiropractic videos. It's like, oh dude, that kink has been killing me. Thank you.
I
And
want
you must
to,
know from anime, if you hit somebody and they crack their neck, give it up, chief.
yeah, run.
So it's fine.
That being said, I wanted to add one of the biggest things you realize about the Blood Pack is that the biggest weakness was that they're arrogant beyond words.
Mm.
And
Mm.
that's how I knew for the get-go. They were never going to be Blade. Blade is a hunter, but the thing about that, he takes his ego out of the equation. The only time you see his ego comes into play is when he has you cornered and he's saying that one liner like, some motherfuckers always want to skate uphill. That's when you know he got you. And shout out to the fact that they were, I'm now fast forwarding a bit because Lighthammer he also gets owned, poor thing. And we get to see the disgusting vagina tongue. Okay, it's not a vagina tongue.
It's not a vagina tongue. What the hell, bro? Like, don't you respect a vagina like that? What's wrong with you?
We of the cis hetero community.
But also, I always wanted to know, why are we cis hetero? Why aren't you just hetero? Like, you don't say cis homo, cis. Why are we cis?
Well,
why are we cis hetero?
because there are trans couples that are hetero, and it's because the trans. It's for inclusivity.
Okay.
So like, there's a trans straight couple, and then there's also a trans gay couple.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now that makes sense because it just always confused me.
Yeah, I know. It's me updating from the council, but still.
Yeah,
excuse me while I update my memos.
But anyway,
yeah. Well, at the same time, it's me. Anyway, I need to get training for the hetero community about this thing called the VJJ. So, what do you say?
Poontang, baby, poontang. Set a taste.
Is it like the Wu-Tang Clan?
Poontang Clan ain't
Is it like the Wu-Tang Clan?
Poontang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Doom, doom, doom. Killer lips on the swarm. Killer lips on the swarm.
Oh God! I just saw.
Poontang killer lips.
Oh, what the name of that movie when this woman was beatboxing with those lips?
The
beatboxing with the lips. I thought the craziest thing was smoking with the lips, but like, wow, okay, beatboxing.
No, I think it was one of those movies where it was like a parody or something or whatever, and she's like a ballerina, I think.
Oh, okay.
And
then, they probably took Save the Last Dance. So they probably made a parody or Save the Last Dance type of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this.
Okay. Am I back?
Yes, you are back. You are back. You see, it's telling us to stop tendenting. We are 15 minutes away from the 2-hour mark, and we are halfway through this movie.
It's not even that.
Yes.
It's not even half, is it? Anyway,
it's not even that long of a movie, bro. We're not even halfway.
Oh, anyway, so yeah, they basically get pwned. Blade has that cool line where he's like, "Obviously, you guys do not know who you are king with," and then he blows them up with
That's later on in the tunnel. Here we get we get introduced to one of our favorite moments because Nomak is having a duel. Decides to have a duel with Blade, and Blade now uses his new weaponry and arsenal and stuff.
Oh, wait, and so that fight happens before the grenade explosion.
Yeah, that happens before because it happens in the early morning of the club, and we see that Nisa is being held hostage by.
Right.
Nomad. Right. And then Nomad, Blade legit puts a bullet in his head and does nothing. And he takes off running. He goes after him like sunlight. And then we have this beautiful little duel where Blade realizes that EDTA that used to blow up vampires. I don't know. Shout out to a nice homage to the first movie, because the EDTA anticoagulant would blow up vampires, and I was looking forward to seeing other vampires blow up, because the way they blew up wasn't friendly.
It was not even in the least.
It reminds me, for those who used to have the Nintendos before they have the PlayStation, there's this game where you're busy tunneling underground and you meet these things and you pierce them and then you pump. I forget the name of the game. If you know the name of the game, just remind me. But it always reminds me of that scene, like whenever they blow up, it's like, boom.
Oh yeah, because they like pop like the earth. Anyway, so yeah, then yeah, after that fight, is that when that's when he's like trapped underground or whatever, and then not trapped underground, but basically he's back in the water with the other and then we get
The water is the other big. This is when this is just they
It's
fight.
later on.
I think
The
who dies?
first
I think
fight,
Priest
and then-
dies.
Yeah, Priest legit dies. So here, it's the
And then,
they did the first part of the
and then
battle.
when they're looking for Whistler calls them and they find the Reaper that was trying to go back
That's-
underground, but it got trapped, and it
Yeah,
was basically
trapped.
knowing its arm off, and that's when they take that Reaper and they go dissect it, and
which
they
is
see.
one of the dumbest scenes of the whole movie, but still don't get it going.
But they basically see what the Reaper looks like. They're like, okay, this Reaper, it's got the thing.
no, I'm saying, remember, there's a scene where Blade gets swarmed by thingy.
That's
by
later.
Reaper.
That happens.
Okay.
That's later. That's
But
when that's after the scene. That's basically after
That's after
the
the
scene.
scene. Yeah, because Nomek has a duel with Blade. It's one of the best fights of the whole movie. Like shout out to the guy. Whenever those two actors were in the same room and the fight sequences were happening, they weren't playing around. It was a proper and beautiful fight.
It's Luke Goss.
Look, Goss.
Yeah, Nomek was Luke Goss. He was
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember his famous role.
Yeah,
No,
he
how
didn't
about
really
the
have-
Golden Army?
yeah.
Yes. He was the prince in the Golden Army, and
Ain't he a twin?
Yeah.
he's also the guy who's kind of like Jin's mentor in Tekken.
Oh,
Remember Tekken? Yeah,
The live action movie.
yeah.
Hey,
nice.
that mess. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's basically the guy who this thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think those are his like his famous ones.
All right.
Okay,
So
then-
I guess back to this. So after they dissect the thingy, after they dissect the Reaper, and basically what's this? He makes Scud do it or something.
Mm.
They,
Yeah, he messes with Scud, so that's Scud dudes, but like, and that's where they discovered like basically this thing, even if it's like half dead, as long as it gets blood, it will basically come.
Yeah,
back.
and they also determined why these Reapers are so ravenous is because if they don't feed in a few hours, they literally start dying. So
And that's why
it's
basically that's what also makes them so dangerous. So basically let's say a vampire needs to feed like once a week, but these guys need to feed like once every 10 hours type of vibe, or they start dying. So that's why they would be a crisis. So they're basically COVID.
yeah. Oh, shout out to our resident Japanese vampire who slashed the living daylights of the Reaper. It didn't have time to do any of its bottled nonsense, and that's basically the only relevant thing he did in this entire movie. Moving on. Am I lying?
No,
Mm.
it's like Donnie Yen's triple kick. That's the only thing he does.
That's all he does. Yeah. So moving
Which
on.
is such a when you think about it, in such a movie, having Donnie in and you don't really utilize him, even if you like have him die right at the,
my
like
eyes-
you could have had so many just like 30-second scenes where he just does something cool. Just 30 seconds. He didn't
Well-
like Donnie Yen doesn't need much time to do something cool.
The way my eyes popped out when I first learned that he was in the second Blade movie, because they're interviewing him in Rogue One.
Mm.
and he was going on about how far he has come because, a fun fact, Donnie Yen is a massive Star Wars fan, surprising who. And am I glad that he got involved in the one Star Wars movie that actually got it right?
It's probably my loss. Like I've said
Yeah,
this before, but that's probably my loss.
they didn't waste him like the other actors. But
Yeah, but it's just like from a moment where his first performance, he didn't even have a single line, to a moment where the first line he says is "May the Force be with you." I was like, wow. Then when I realized, that's when I realized, like, wait, which movie was this? Blade 2, not a single line.
he gets to point his finger and kick somebody, and then he disappears.
It's like that lady from the second X-Men movie, Lady Deathstrike. She only says one thing.
What?
Oh yeah, and then
Kelly
she
Hugh,
slashes.
dog.
Yeah.
Like what a waste. Like Kelly.
No. And it was Mystique disguised as. Oh no, it wasn't Mystique. It was her talking to
was her.
Mystique. Yeah, and like, what are you doing here? That's the only line.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
Anyway, back to this
So-
one. So they discovered that basically these things it grew an extra bone over the heart, so it can't be stabbed. Garlic doesn't work.
It's immune to
Silver doesn't work.
It's biting Jack's pure venom.
The
It's-
bite is strong, and the bite is stronger. So you can't even. So the moment it gets you, you can't escape from it.
So what happens is that you lose your jawbone because you get replaced with pure, very tough muscle.
And also it has a neurotoxin. So the moment the tongue gets you, you become paralyzed. You can't even fight back, and then the thing gets you. So it's literally it's a perfect killing machine.
Yeah,
And and the only weakness it has is that
sunlight.
the side of the heart is exposed in sunlight. And
So-
and then when they discover that, then Blade is like, okay, so since we know that sunlight is the only thing that's gonna mess with this thing, we're gonna hunt these things during the day. And then everybody's like, but we're vampires, and then he's like, have shit,
listen,
bitches.
no, he's at a point where, like, listen, I'm not expecting any of you to come back. I don't expect all of you to come back out of this alive. So make peace, okay? Peace. Fuck you.
yeah, he's like, you
think
guys
we're friends?
remember I hate your guts.
Yeah, like,
Like,
do you think we're friends? And then Nisa's busy there.
you're
like,
not my friend. You are a vampire. You
And
must go die.
And then there's a part when
I am not bringing you back. Your name is not Sasuke.
you know. Then there's the scene where Nisa's busy yelling at Blade like, I was born a vampire. I didn't ask for this thing. And then and Blade is like,
Just don't tell me your problems. I don't give a fuck about them.
I mean,
I
you
thought-
you fine though, but like,
I forgot the part where this was any of my problem.
And oh wait, this is also where Scud
Scud
gets
and Whistler,
the bomb.
They
Then
become friends.
is it a
just-
nitrous bomb? What is it?
it's a UV bomb.
It's a UV bomb. Yes, thank you.
So you get UV grenades,
Yeah.
and then you get a UV bomb, which is just basically a lot of those UV grenades in a crate. Which, once again, for me, look, even as a teenager back then watching this, like, this doesn't make sense. It's just gonna, wouldn't you just like make the bigger one instead of just putting lots of one in a little crate? But anyway, who am I?
Hey man, like I didn't pass science, so I
Yeah,
won't say
so
anything.
then that's when we get to the point where Blade gets the second act is him hunting down these Reapers in the dungeons, basically.
Yeah, so basically they go back
need to
basically to
highlight
that same club, and
we also need to highlight to the fact that at this point in time, I think before even the nightclub, Nomek had already migrated his Reapers from attacking vampires only to attacking both vampires and humans. Because there's a scene where there's a drug dealer's like, what do you want? And like, no, I want something else. And then you can see he smashes his head through a window. He pulls out the piece of
I
glass
thought
in
that
his
bro
eye.
was a vampire.
That was
I was like, you.
That was
so
a
that was
human
just
being.
straight up drug dealer.
Yeah, that was a straight up drug dealer because he takes it out and then he tastes the glass and it's like, so sweet. And then
But also, how sweet can it be? He's probably got drugs in his system, or
I guess compared to vampire blood, it must be like pure candy. What am I supposed to do?
I guess, eh?
Yo, he did him so dirty. Yo, vampire bite your neck. Here come Nomak, Stone Cold style. Break the glass.
Ding, ding,
I just
ding. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know about that part. Like, yeah, at this point, the humans were already in danger, so it doesn't it doesn't just like no, they're just focusing only on the vampires. So,
Oh yeah, sorry. The reason they go back to the tunnels is because they found that first Reaper
yes,
locked in then they figure out, okay, so this is how these guys are getting around. They're hiding in the tunnels.
in the sewers,
That's why they go into the tunnels.
Ninja
Oh,
Turtle
okay, now I
style.
remember.
Yes.
And
Teenage Mutant Ninja Vampires, Teenage
and
Mutant
let me tell you
Ninja.
something. You see, there's a reason why I'm not Blade.
Our jaws spread open,
I'm not.
and a long tongue comes out.
I'm not Blade. I'm not a vampire. I'm not even a superhero. I'm not like if I told you like we need to go down the sewers to go find this person. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Guys, I'm out. It's up to you now. It's okay.
Sorry,
Like
Caleb,
I
I just have to finish this thought. When the evil Blade attacks, you know that these vampires don't got your back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Vampires.
oh God, the ADHD is strong with us today. Anyway, all I wanted to say, like the way I have such an aversion to sewage. There's a scene in X-Men Legends 2 where you're supposed to go into the underground sewer system to go rescue Banshee, I think, because he's being held up and being tortured by another mutant by Apocalypse. When I tell you, I made sure that my guy Magneto was flying the entire time.
Yo, even in the
Like,
game, you don't want to touch it.
Like, imagine Eric waiting around. Pooh. No, Eric, you're flying. Like, so I just wanted to let you know, like that's what I felt when people were busy fighting in the river. And those reapers were jumping on people, and for some reason, what's his name? Is it Chupa? Chupa's like, if you lose a guy, then Blade must lose a guy, and he's trying to kill.
No. First, you skipped where so they go in, and then Blade divides them into teams, and then they go in.
Mm-hmm.
And then while they're separated in teams, that's
for
when
some reason they harvest some pheromones.
Yeah, and then Chupa then goes like, oh, we lost a guy, so Blade must lose a guy. And then Whistler's like,
I was like, hey,
dog.
Muna, Chupa Troops, shut up.
And then-
Chupa,
doesn't he just
Troops.
isn't he just typical Vince from this thing, just this angry
Oh,
human
yeah.
being from Fast and the Furious? So
Mhm.
anyway, so then Whistler, because they harvested so basically the pheromones is like a call to the other Reapers. So Whistler basically, but also you spray pheromones on this person, the things come. How the hell do you get away? You have one leg, dog.
It's Whistler. He tapped into his inner vampire and he turned into a group of bats and flew away. What am I supposed to
So
say?
anyway, yeah. So while he sprays, and then this was like, what? This is stupid garlic. Yeah, it don't work. Whatever. And Chupa's so dumb because if it was garlic, it would have worked. You're a freaking vampire, you dumbass. But he goes like, oh, you garlic? It's not working. Ha 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 ha. Kanti. Whistler's calling the Reapers, and they basically chow him up.
Supper time. And
wait, he was with someone. Who was Chupa with? Because they were like in a group of three.
Chupa was with his other racist friend, Reinhardt. Then Reinhardt was like, "Don't take too long," and he walks away.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's when Whistler decides, "Hey, okay, let me just take care of this grub." And at the same time,
so Blade is with Nissa and Assad,
and Assad gets eaten.
Yeah, and then while they basically. And then there's like water.
That's when his black stinks didn't work because even Wesley was like, get out of the water, and that bro was like,
yes, and then
dude, I would have been gone. So like I probably like I'm black. I probably
as soon as Blade looked at me like that, bro. Shh.
So and then so while this happens, also then Lighthammer turns.
Just a second, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll keep going. Keep going, Zooks.
Yeah, and then Lighthammer finally turns and Redhead like, oh no, oh, I'm a damsel. I don't know how I'm gonna fight. What are these guns for? What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna run. And
I do declare. Oh,
I do declare, I am too.
like
I
if you
am too-
watch closely, you can even see her running like this,
dude, like I think that's also
floppy wrists.
yeah, like dude, you're a warrior. Like if she had ran like a warrior, and the thing is, her reasoning for not wanting to be bitten makes sense, but everything else just was like, how are you in the squad?
Throw a punch or a kick or something.
You know? So
No, wait, who are you talking about?
the
Redhead.
redhead, because
Oh, no, the useless one.
yeah,
What do
because
you mean
Lighthammer has
successfully?
turned now. So
And
she finally she runs to
What?
to
No,
a
no.
sewage, opens it up, and she gets blasted by the sun, and so her and Lighthammer,
I remember watching
ashes
this.
to ashes. Hey, look, they stayed together. Ashes to
Yeah.
ashes, dust to dust.
I remember watching this with my friend because it was like my first ever sleepover at my friend's place, and we were watching this thing. It was 2 a.m. You know what happens? There comes a time when the sugar runs out. Where you're trying to stay awake, but the sugar, all the sweets that you've taken for the sugar rush is burning out, right? And I remember watching this thing half delirious and thinking, "This is so dumb. You are so dumb, girl."
Hmm. And then
But-
this is
And it's
where
like that. Like, you know what it is, man? It's that thing of where it's like how, you know how Sakura is supposed to be capable, how she's very capable, in fact, but then she doesn't do anything.
Yes.
It's the same WhatsApp group. How did you get in here if you can't fight? Like,
Yeah.
you do something at least. But no, I'm just
but
gonna run up to
also-
the sun.
It's
also this is,
I also
I think
could
Priest also dies here, right? No,
Uh,
Priest is already dead. Sorry, Snowman, but he
Snowman.
this is-
This
Yeah.
one this one could be as a Snowman dies. Like, no, Snowman, you should have taken care of business.
yeah. So Snowman also dies.
Maybe it was one of those hardcore battles, but because this guy is not basically immune to everything, he lost his advantage. But what happened to your light grenades?
Oh, also we forgot. Oh yeah, they pop the light grenades, like they throw them back and then they run, so
Yes.
the things behind them don't catch up. Also, I think we forgot Reinhard. He went to go plant the bomb,
Yes.
and then they spray and then he left the pheromone spray there as well.
Yes.
And then when they realize what yo no these, and that's where you see actually, because these things feed, so they need to feed so every 2 hours or whatever. There's so many of them because there was a gang load of these things. Oh my,
Yeah.
so
Also,
Like-
shout out
Oh,
to
this is when he set up Blade to try and kill
yeah.
him.
So as the thing, then they like kind of
Dumbass.
they meet up at a spot, and then they killing, and then he's like thing, and then he's like, hey man, the bomb didn't want to go off, and then Blade is like, okay, I'm Blade, so I've got cojones the size of watermelons, so he takes the pheromone thing, puts it on him, and runs with him, and he basically takes all the Reapers with him. And then when he gets there, and that's when Reinhardt goes like, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, actually, it's not that the thing is whatever, it actually doesn't work. Yeah, and then Blade, and then you fix everything, and then Blade fixes it the way you fix everything that doesn't
You
work.
hit it.
Why tlapa gabedi gararo hela, baby. Come on, dog. If something don't work, you just like bah, bah, bah. And then
It's like
the
that door
bomb
in your
goes
house
off.
it's like that door in your house that nobody else knows how to open except you.
Ish.
You kick it from the left, you kick it from the right, and then you'll open it.
No,
Yes.
you gotta kick it twice from the left, once from the right, and then push up.
Correct.
So the bomb goes off, kills everyone. Nissa gets injured.
Blade offers himself.
Blade
for some
gives,
reason.
Blade
For some
gives a
reason,
little
his
blood.
his half vampiric blood is just human enough for Nisa to be able to sustain on, I guess.
Yeah, and then also,
But like
this is-
this is where you're seeing that he's embracing his vampiric nature a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because he would never also it helps that she's fine. So
always, if it was Reinhardt, he would have been like, too bad, so sad. So also this is
He's like, do you blush, motherfucker?
I wasn't blushing. That you asked me if I can blush. Can I ask you, do you tan?
do you tan?
Because you're about to get fried, in fact.
So also now we also don't forget Whistler is he got away from Chupa and then he runs into Nomak. And then Nomak is like, yo, chill, bro. I got a story to tell.
Listen here, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
And then he
Be like,
basically tells him, and then he basically tells
him,
him, and then we
the way
find
he
out
tells
later the truth of where the Reaper strain, but he basically tells him the truth of where the Reaper strain comes from and all that jazz.
Long
just
ago in a distant land.
Can you just shout out to the way
There was a father who knew no limits in order to raise up his people.
Nomak reminded me of those conspiracy theorist channels. I'm here to tell you the truth, Nomak. The truth. Listen.
Okay, but really,
Why
did he have to whisper it? He could have literally just said it, and they could have just turned down the volume so that we don't know the thing. But there was no need for him to get that close.
It sounded like he was doing that cartoon thing, you know, in cartoons, whisper, 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 whisper.
Yeah, because that's what happens in the shows.
Okay, so after Blade gives goes back to Blade. After Blade gives Nissa a little bit of blood, he gets electrocuted.
Yes.
And then the lawyer of the vampires comes through,
like, well done.
And then he's like, well done, you.
And Reinhardt was half baked, was like,
and he was also half baked, but he was less half baked than Nissa, which doesn't make sense because they were in the same place. But we will let it slide.
And one has a tan, and another one is Caucasian.
We will let it slide.
I wonder how that melanin is doing in those vampires, honest to God.
And also, how is Nomak your brother, and you look the way? Anyway, let's not get into
different moms.
Papa was a player was a papa, could never get
wait,
for them.
correction.
Round, running round town. Shh, don't tell mama what's going down.
Correction. Nomak was genetically modified. Literally as a test tube thing.
Yeah.
And
so did he grow overnight?
These are the things that don't make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you know? Because the thing is, you olden. Look, I understand. I mean, we come from a generation where you found out your dad had like 3 other families at his funeral. So,
okay. Speaking of that, you know, there's this story that it gets me all the time. Not only did this man have 2 different families, right? 2 different wives in 2 different parts of the United States. He gave their kids the exact same name so that it doesn't get confused.
That's a man with a plan.
Because they had they had 3 kids each, and each kid's name.
The economy was decent. How what?
Hey dog, this is when the economy. This sounds like Thabo Mbeki's economy, dog.
No, sounds like Nelson Mandela economy.
We were making it rain, dog.
Yeah,
this sounds like this sounds like you could get a pie and a Coke for 10 rand and a can of Coke for 10 rand and still get
10. In fact, you go in there with 1 rand, you're like, yo, no one man should have all this power.
Yeah.
No, bro, this sounds like Nando's quarter chicken was still like 14 rand something.
Yo,
I still can't get over that fact that. Look, Streetwise 2
was called 10 rand.
Was called Streetwise 9.99, and then you buy the little mini loaf for 2.50. I still can't get over that. It's like, where have you gone wrong?
Dude, I saw the Streetwise. You know the Streetwise 2 is like 40 rand right now, bro. Like what the fuck? Anyway, so yes, so Blade gets electrocuted and knocked out and gets taken back to the compound of the marble vampire. I forget his name now.
Devaskinos.
Yes.
Something like that. Something Spinos. Let me look it up.
That sounds like his name sounds so like a demon from one of the 12 circles of hell.
Damaskinos.
sounds
Damaskinos.
right.
Eli Damaskinos.
Yeah, so
He sounds Greek.
yes.
Anyway.
Well, when you say his first name, he sounds Greek. When you just say his last name, he just sounds like a demon from the 12th circle of hell.
Yes, I summon thee, Damaskinos. What do you want? You are not enslaved to my will.
Yeah,
Is that what they
so
told you?
it comes back.
Hey,
Nissa wakes up.
stole all that attitude there, fake ass Voldemort. Obey me. Eh?
Fake ass.
Voldemort from Timu.
Give Voldemort their pep and fit.
He's Timu what? Timu what?
Okay.
Voldemort
So
from Mr. Price.
we have this
Okay,
very
guys, we're
touching
almost
scene.
finished. We're almost at the end. Let's focus.
We have this very touching scene where Nissa confessing that she has betrayed the family because she caught the feels from Blade because Blade had that Daywalker Riz. And
Is that BBC?
But here's the other thing that I don't understand about this family. I'm like, you guys hired Blade. There's no point in trying to take him out this early in the game when you still have a problem.
Oh, they thought they killed Nomak, but anyway. So,
But remember, the bomb blew up, so they thought Nomak was caught up in that bomb.
So what happened?
Double
is that,
tap, Chief.
you know,
Look for evidence.
always look for the corpse.
Hey, bruh, one thing that Zombieland taught me: double tap
Double tap, always double tap.
and cardio.
Cardio, double tap, and what is the third one? Don't be a hero. Oh God, we are quoting movies. Anyway,
Okay.
so this
So basically, then
is freaking me out. This looks
he
like an
literally
eye,
tells
guys.
Nissa-
I'm sorry.
He tells Nissa the plan and is like, no, look, we wanted to use Blade to kill Nomak, and then when we got Nomak, we were gonna get Blade so that we can
Harvest his blood and everything,
Yeah.
so that you can find the genetic sequences to make it.
basically he does the Bond villain thing.
Yes.
Yes, Bond. You are at my secret island, and this is my big secret plan. I plan to take over the world, and I plan to do it by using this mouse pad.
So basically, he spills the whole game plan, and then
With this
and then
evil
Whistler
monologue.
throws the ring that Nomak gave him, and then
Yes.
Nissa recognizes like, yo, dude, this is our family
This is
crest. And he's
crest.
like, yeah, bro, that's your
Well,
brother.
Yeah, that's I gave it to him.
And then she's like, my pearls. How could you, father? You literally
Father.
sent your precious daughter to death.
And that nigga was like, hey,
But
man,
even-
gotta do what I
and-
gotta do.
What I liked about
It was for the people.
Even the lawyer was like saying, "You're playing a dangerous game. What if you lose your daughter?" It's like, yeah, fine, then it's all part of the game. Everything to progress our race. So
Basically,
as a
yeah,
business-
like, imagine being told like, hey, man, the game's the game, and you were just a pawn. Like,
No, but yeah,
but you're the king. I thought I was a princess. Like, hey, nigga,
do you see any princesses in the chessboard?
ain't no princess on a chessboard. Yeah, so Nissa runs off and whatever, and then they beat and they shock Blade again, knock him out, and then put
Blade
him
is
and
like,
then
Blade
and then
is
they
like,
put him on another table.
No,
what
well,
is
before-
with Blade and tables?
Before you get there, we get to the scene where like Blade says no.
Oh yes, sorry,
Uh,
it was
the-
Scud.
Scott reveals himself to be the arch traitor, and Blade was like, "Bitch, I've been on it to you ever since I got you." Like, we're surprised. And second, this
He
ain't
had a
that.
tattoo here. Like that must have been so fucking painful. Oh my god.
Well, the other one, you got the tattoo. So how on a scale of 1 to 10, how painful do you think that tattoo was going to be?
This tattoo would have made me scream for my great grandmother. Not even
You'd have called.
not even-
Your ancestors would have come out from there. From the
yo.
blood. You'd have
Okay,
reached
so I got this one. This was probably my most painful tattoo because everything else was on flesh.
Yes.
So this one had this. So there's bone here, and then it's flesh here. So this was my most painful tattoo. So after he was done here, I basically fell asleep when he was doing this. But this was painful and it hurt. So I can't even imagine this because this is just nerves. All this is just nerves.
You know how many nerve endings are on your
Black
lips?
Panther, wait, hey. Black Panther, hey.
Oh my God! Again,
Hey.
Black Panther. Oh no!
But
Hey.
remember,
no.
they've got vibranium, so they probably know how to make it pain-free.
No, but it's still
Because it
Yeah,
even
but,
glows in the dark.
But that
but the
doesn't.
concept is the
But
same.
hey,
The
But
concept.
remember, it even glows in the dark, so hey.
The concept.
yo, Wesley, get your checks, chief.
Go get your checks, bro. What's the name of the song? This is America.
No, hey, Rihanna,
go
bitch,
get
better
your
have my
money.
money.
Get
Bitch
your
better
money.
have my
Yeah.
money. Mother
that's
better
a
have
bad
my
one.
money.
Yo,
Get your money. We gonna
Black
get your money.
Panther,
Grandma told me,
hey.
Grandpa told me, get your money, black man. Go get your
Yeah,
money, black man.
So Scud reveals himself to be the traitor.
Yes.
No, sorry,
let them-
Blade first tries to blow up the bomb on Reinhardt,
Yes.
and then it doesn't work. And then Reinhardt laughs and takes it out, and then it's like, oh, that feels so much better. And then Scott also laughs. Is like, yo, bro, I got you, man. Like, Blade, you're supposed to be this whatever, super ninja, super vampire, whatever. But I played you, whatever, bro. You think they broke into my system? I gave them my system. That's how they
I
got
let
in.
them in,
whatever.
dumbass.
And then oh, by the way, Reinhardt has thrown the bomb to Scott, by the way, and it's like, I made this purposely a dad so that you know you
You're
could
in
think
control.
you're in control and stuff. And then Blade is like, hey, one, I knew you was a bitch from day one. Two, it ain't a dud, motherfucker. Hey, that nigga was
what?
blue. Hey, they blew. Hey, blue.
You are turning to paste. The way I've never seen such an explosive explosion that that was supposed to be a bomb that goes through your then explodes in your head. That was like how
I didn't expect it to be that strong, honestly. I just thought like
you would have taken out his arm.
I thought it'd take out his torso type of because he was holding it like here.
Yeah.
But that thing took him like that thing basically made him mincemeat.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have told me to kill Whistler. I would have done a nice corpse for you, but you wanted me to kill Whistler? Okay.
You know? Okay, yeah. No,
you want me to kill my daddy? My daddy, nigga?
Atomize you to pieces.
Fuck you, method.
Then we have
and then now they shock him out and take him out and put him on the table.
Well,
and then it turns out they're actually going to take his DNA material to try and now make a perfect vampire. His blood, his organs, his marrow, his everything.
Which always gets me laughing about that scene is like, why do they always want to pour Blade in all these spiky things? It's like, by this time Blade must have PTSD whenever he sees anything with spikes come at him. Like, oh, not this shit again.
but he gives people PSD with spike things, so he must just accept. It's part of the game.
He can take as much as he can give.
Yeah, if he can spike, he will be spiked.
This is for my members of the LGBT people.
That's part of the that's part of the Corinthians. It's in the Bible. If thou spikes, you shall be spiked.
Yeah. It's biblical. You see even Blade.
Wait, how did Whistler? Oh, Whistler manages to get away against Whistler's got no powers. Got 1.5 legs, but this homie is a ninja, Whistler. Guys. This dude is a ninja. When you think about it, actually, fuck Blade. Blade's got superpowers. Whistler's got 1.5 legs, but he keeps getting away from everyone.
As the saying goes, be wary of an old man in a dangerous profession, because the things he did to get there.
Be wary of an old man in a profession where men die young. And then
Whistler was the definition of die hard, bitches.
The other thing that always gets me going is that beware till the demons flee when demons flee at a righteous man's anger. That always gets me going too. The good guy, when he snaps, even the devil runs I'm fucked up now.
Oh shit. Jesus stopped feeding the people. Oh, he's smacking now.
I mean, the way the way Whistler kills that bro, like riddled him with bullets from the underground.
Yes.
Yo,
The lawyer.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
lawyer dude.
And I also like the fact that the lawyer was shook because like Blade was like Nomak. Like what about him? Nomak wants to revenge on the people that created him. And like, yeah, but there's no he knows this place. No, he does. And that's when it dawned on me that ring was the tracking device.
Mm.
So when he gave him
So
that
that also
ring,
shows Nomak,
was-
as much as he's bloodthirsty
Yeah.
and whatever, he also had he had some thought in him. He wasn't just killing for killing's sake. He was killing with a purpose.
and he came in there and he was those guards. The way he ate them all, he was on top of a mountain
Oh,
of
and
corpses.
remember also he's got like a Viking coat basically on
Yes.
him, and
And he was-
and he's big, so he just and then he comes through and he's got blood on his face. He just looks like a menace, bruh.
At that
Like you see
moment,
him, you're like,
like-
hey, bruh. If you see him at 12 o'clock in Sunnyside, you're like, yo, here's my phone, bruh. Please, ask you some so.
and now, bear in mind, little me watching this theme once again, goodness knows o'clock in the morning, at night. And that was the moment like, this movie is one of the best movies I've ever watched. I remember little me, I was like, this movie is so awesome. How old was I? Shit, I was in high school, I guess, but still. Like this,
Hey, man,
this
you're old
movie
enough
is
to
an
enjoy
ish.
the awesomeness.
Because like when that roar when he roared on top of those mountain of corpses after drinking the last god, and it was like
And I think this is also when you realize this is also sometimes what we're missing. We're just missing just a straight up bad guy.
yeah.
Like, yes, he had a good story. Like, if this was a Marvel movie, there would have been a montage or something of us feeling sorry for him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, some Naruto whistle, some Naruto flute there. If this was a modern day movie, especially Marvel movie, like we would have been feeling sorry for him. But in this one, we were afraid of him.
We were
Like,
afraid of him, and even though
like-
he has a sympathetic story.
Yeah, but we were still afraid of him. Like we went on some like, oh, poor Thanos. You wanted to save your planet, and the people didn't listen.
Mm.
You know, we were like, God damn, let's take
I was telling. I remember I was
like, dog,
discussing.
I understand why you angry, but calm down, bro.
Yeah, I remember I was discussing with one of my friends a long time ago. I was like, guys, we need a villain like Sauron again. We need an ultimate evil that we really don't have room to negotiate with. It just needs to be stopped for the sake of the greater good. We've gotten too lax with conversing with evil, and
I think that's also what makes
weakening our stories.
Bond villains so good. Like their theory, all the Bond villains, their theory makes sense for them. Not maybe not for you, but for them it makes sense. But they're not about on some like feel sorry for me or whatever. They're just like, this is my theory, this is what I believe in, and this is I'm gonna get it. And that's it. There's no like, oh, my mom didn't hug me when I was 2 years old, so now I'm about to destroy the world. You know? And I think as much as we grow older, we understand villains, we understand why they become villains. But can we just have some fucking villains? Can we just have a pure evil motherfucker? Just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill you, Buck. What did I do?
I think
You woke up today, that's why.
which goes to show why IPs that in paper shouldn't really be that successful are becoming successful. Look at Demon Hunter or Demon Slayer. I mean, sorry, Demon Slayer. Muzan. No matter how hard you try and look at it,
There's nothing there.
and this is even in a story where all the other villains have painful backstories, and you're feeling like, oh, you poor thing, you weren't supposed to be a demon, what. But it all falls down to Muzan, and when you look at Muzan is evil and having the time of his life.
No, Muna, he became a vampire. It's not a demon, they're vampires.
He
became a vampire because he was like, I'm kind of sick of just lying down in a bed, and this doctor is messing with me, and he's not helping me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, now I'm immortal. Yay! That's his whole backstory. That's it. Everybody
That's it.
else, they were poor, they were dying, their dojos were getting stolen.
They were being sexually molested
They had to avenge their fathers,
children.
they had to avenge their mothers, they had to avenge their family. Not Muzan. Muzan was just like,
yeah. So nobody's
do this
expecting
anymore.
We don't want a backstory about a backstory spin-off about Muzan's upbringing. We don't care. That's the thing. There is room for that. Can we just celebrate that? We need those things. We need a Fallout Ozai. I don't want a Fallout Ozai that I can relate to and feel sorry for with. I don't.
No, I mean that's why Frieza was so fire. Frieza he had all the advantages in the world and decided, no, I'm still going to be a prick.
It's Palpatine. Palpatine, the same thing. He's, no matter how hard to try and explain it, that man was pure evil and he was having the time of his life.
Exactly.
All right,
So anyway, so
Yes.
Whistler saves Blade, takes him out, and then he realizes like, yo, Blade is gone.
And then Blade is like, Blade he needs blood or something, and then he throws him into this guy's personal swimming pool of blood.
That is also kind of nasty when you think, like, this dude takes a bath in blood. Like, how look, guys, a decent bath is about what, 30 liters?
About.
And I'm talking decent. I'm just talking like, about maybe to your waist. I'm not talking bubbles.
Yes.
You are covering yourself. You got candles and stuff on. I'm just talking standard.
Yes.
That's about 30 liters. A human has an average of about 5 liters. So 30 is how many people?
6.
That's
30 liters. 6 people.
6 people. So that's like 6 people. Just on average for a tub. That was a jacuzzi. That was a jacuzzi. And a big jacuzzi. That wasn't even a small jacuzzi. That was like a.
I get it. That's why Blade stepped out like, I woke up like this.
What also gets me going about that, it's you can see that it's like a blood plasma pool. It doesn't like pure blood. So it makes it easy to be adjusted because it's watered down. Otherwise, Blade would be pure red when you get walked out of that thing. And it was also another shout out to the fact that they had to keep it at a certain temperature because blood naturally coagulates whenever it's exposed to air. So for it to be like in swimming pool like that, they need to keep it at the right temperature. They needed to keep it from clotting. That man was boiling in Richard's vampiric money. That's like generational wealth. He was pushing even for.
Oh, that actually tells you how insane the reaction is. So apparently, technically, your blood it's not red when it's in your body. It's like is it black? It's not black.
It's red. It's red. It's red.
No. It's
red. It's red.
Okay.
The problem. The thing is, what makes it red is the hemoglobin, and it's the thing is, it's a brighter red.
Oh, okay.
It darkens when it leaves your body. Like the blood on your voice is already dark, and it gets even darker as it leaves your body.
Yeah.
The blood in your arteries is an even brighter red. So that's when you see somebody's bleeding and it's passing out and it's blood red, you better act fast because they hit an artery and it's gonna bleed out in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Back to the blood pool.
Yes.
All right, so we're almost done, guys.
Blade falls into the blood pool and he comes out, and this is when he went Super Saiyan.
Yes, he leveled up. Whenever it's like they always say like sooner or later the first always wins. Whenever Blade gives into the first, he gets a level up, stat boosts. Like, you know what? This is what you're supposed to be drinking your entire life. What is this vegetarian nonsense?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Like, I think the only thing that was missing from when Blade comes out is the way from Blade 1, the way he was screaming out Frost's name. Like, he was whooping niggas' asses, and every time he whooped like 10 niggas, he's like, Frost! Like, he wanted Frost.
No, I'm saying
he wanted Frost like more.
No, what he needed now is he needed a Vegeta level speech. You're not dealing with the average jaywalker anymore. I have ascended to the level of legend that you fear.
Yo, dude, like he need, because like when I remember there's a scene in Blade 1 he literally kicks this dude. He kicks him like pa pa pa, and then he like takes the last one. Is like boom. He literally kicks him like a soccer ball, bro. Like dude flies like 10 meters or something. He would have probably flown more, but he hit the wall. And you could just see the frustration, like, Frost, you made me kill my mom, you bastard. Woo, nigga, when I get my hands on you.
We'll talk about
like, he had that frustration, like, ooh, when I get my hands on you.
We'll talk about the first movie next week. Okay,
so he comes through, but I think this one was more, it was more finesse. That one was like pure rage. And this one was more like, he was boxing.
He had the premium A-grade billionaire blood glow up. I'm really sure that.
But like, what I'm saying, what I feel what Zuko is saying, like this was now an office job. He was like, okay, now I need to kill this guy. I need to get this. I need to get that. Okay,
because
for us it was personal.
Yeah,
but we come here.
I want my sword back. Do you mind?
Yeah, it's like you took my stuff, bro. Like, don't touch my stuff.
And that sword always lands there by him somehow. Wait, did Whistler threw it to him, no?
No.
Yeah, no, Whistler threw his glasses.
Yeah, Redheart had his sword, so he was trying to kill him with his own sword.
Oh, yes.
And then Blade catches that samurai style.
And then he does the little flip and takes it back, like, and then...
Do you blush? And then, quick, grab that.
Why didn't no one think of do you tan? Like, that would have been so hilarious. Why did no one think of that? Because, like, he said, do you blush? Because Blade is dark. So do you tan? Because he's light. Like, it would have just played beautifully.
Clearly.
So anyway,
he
bisects Reinhardt.
Yes.
Clean.
And then he gets thrown his glasses. At the same time, Devaskinos gets betrayed by his own daughters. Like,
and also,
like I'm saying,
who's ever in charge of the music here? Like, big shout out.
No,
like,
but I'm saying those glasses are like Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Anytime he needs them.
But remember, when the glasses land, the music lands also. The music hits harder.
I also laughed at the fact that Blade is in the middle of the night killing these vampires and he's wearing sunglasses.
Hey, man.
That's where he gets the other 20% of his powers. The 20% that boost.
This is happening at the middle of the night, and he's not missing. I always love the fact that
he's got night vision, guys, but not when he needs to see the night vision glyphs. Only when he needs to kill vampires.
And then on top of that, it got to this. This glasses at night thing got to that ridiculous point. I think I told you to this guys before when this poor guy was going on a date with this girl and he was wearing glasses to the cinema. And sunglasses, I mean. And you could just see the look in the girl's eyes like, this man is an idiot. But he's my idiot. He's my idiot, damn it.
So while Blade is kicking ass, he wasn't even taking names. He was just kicking ass and erasing names.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't care what the name was.
Yeah, so Novak has come through. He finds his father. His father's like, my son, we will now that we've got Blade, we can fix you. And Novak is like, fuck you, daddy. I hate you, dad.
No, what I liked about it is first the daughter betrays Devaskinos and locks him in. Like, he'll kill us both, and like, I know, isn't it a tragedy that you're not destroyed by your enemies but by your own family? And then Nomak gives Nomak this biggest BS speech like, what happened to you was a terrible accident. You can even see how scared he is. The time she touches, like, whatever he reaches his face, like
he's shaped like. That is such good acting because it's not like, he wasn't going like, oh, my son. It was just like, it was little subtle handshaking. His voice was creepy. Like, and as much as this was
and nobody picks
this was an action movie, just Skip Scott
and Donna.
Yes, thank you. But the acting was actually good in this movie. The acting was good in this movie. Like the guys woke up and they're like, hey, dance. Let's go earn our money. They didn't just wake up and like, oh,
I've got rent to pay. Yeah, because then he says this wonderful line. It's like, I hear the words you say. I can hear the words you say, Father, but why does your voice tremble so? And that line killed it. Like, yes, Then
you heard the voice tremble, so it wasn't a case of just he was just
Yeah.
saying it wasn't a line.
mm,
You actually heard his voice because the father was like, my son. Okay, I'm not a good actor.
yeah.
My
No,
son, oh, I love you.
and
You
then
know?
No, this movie is kind of tight. Like,
and then
it has-
he bites his dad. He says, "No, I will spare you from turning into one of us." But from that wound, the lifeblood that you carry so much will flow. Why did he have green blood?
That's what I want to know. I know he's old and he's pure blood and all that, but like, why is his
What-
blood green? And I
what-
know he
was it
looks like
pure-
marble.
What was it? Pure curiosity. The gallbladder is green. Oh,
You know what it is? His blood was money.
hello. Hey, damn, knowing this biology is nonsense. Do you know what happens when blood breaks down and turns into bile? It turns green.
Hey. Eek.
So, so what they're basically telling us is like his entire blood system is being has rotted, has broken down to the point where it's just bile flowing through his veins.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
Ew.
That must have been some smelly ass blood.
Oof.
Oof.
No wonder
Yeah,
Novak didn't
like,
kill him.
bro, like, yo, how much
Novak,
did you hate this,
Novak
bro?
probably tasted that shit and was like,
Oh,
nigga, you taste like shit.
No. Here's the thing. Nomad hated that guy so much that he was just like, I know this is disgusting, but when? Nah, I
Yeah.
don't care.
I'm telling you, in the scene where he's busy walking to his, so all you could see, if they could just cut to normal at that point, he was busy going,
He starts grabbing like toothbrushes off screen. Ah.
and everybody knows whenever, look, the gallbladder is disgusting. That thing is bitter for years.
Yes, sir.
We ask us, you know, the guys who've been professionally slaughtering chickens at the backyards when we were growing up. When they have to get the chicken liver, what if the gallbladder burst and it split it for the chicken liver is ruined. So suddenly we are like the best physicians. We're like doing like put and commencing decision.
I was like an attending on Grey's Anatomy, dog.
Yes, that was us. So we know just how disgusting that thing tasted like. So yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Respect
understand.
to Novak.
The one thing I didn't get is when Nissa offered herself to
Yeah, because
to
it's
Novak.
like, yeah, finish what you've started. Like you came to destroy our bloodline, then finish it. I'm not gonna pretend and negotiate and say,
No,
hey,
here's the thing. It's like, because I think she just feels betrayed by the whole thing as a whole, because
Yeah.
she was always told that
Okay.
she was from a noble family.
yes,
And then
she
when
realized that
Blade
just-
tried to sacrifice himself, the response was, we kill Blade.
yes.
And then when she finds out that Nomak is her family, instead of them owning up to it, they do all of these sneaky, underhanded tactics.
To try
So I
and kill
think
her.
she just didn't
Okay.
understand
Mhm.
where she stood as a family member anymore. She was just like, this doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, she was putting
Okay,
in.
that makes sense.
I'm gonna, you know what? Castlevania fans, prepare yourself because you're gonna get triggered. Moving on.
Dracula was right. They did him dirty, and they deserved everything they got.
So
Anyway.
we get to the ultimate fight. Look, you see, this is like basically the second time they duel, but each time they meet, the fight sequences are still that much. They're still slapping. We don't lose anything from the fact that the main bad guy has already fought the main good guy. Usually in these things they save it for the end for the end of the movie because we want that build up. We still got that build up even with the skirmish fight in the beginning of the movie. Shout out to the action choreographer and director of this movie. They really put their foot in it. Like,
Can you imagine if the
Big ups.
CGI was tight? How insane! Because this fight is dope with
Yes.
the crazy
with the crazy ass CGI because
with the
we
crazy.
won.
Can you imagine if the CGI was dope? Like, I think we would have probably bust a blood vessel. Like,
Yeah, no, would have all legitimate. That it would have been our first Nerdgasms. All of us in the
Ah.
climax of that movie, like, oh,
Title drop.
title drop.
yo, dude,
And
like, I enjoyed this fight scene, and one of
Even
my
with the
favorite
jumping-
one of my favorites is when I don't know what Wesley does, but he does like a crazy move,
And then Novak just comes up and he's like, and he fixes himself up.
Oh yeah,
and
he broke Nemok's arm.
And he just goes like, "What the fuck?" But it's like in slow mo, and he's mouthing it, and he's not actually. He's probably saying it, but they didn't.
No, he mouthed the what the fuck part after he took the EDTA in the first fight because he punched him with that anticoagulant, and he didn't explode, and he just looks at him like, "What the fuck?" And then he charges.
And then this fight, and then you could see like, as much as Blade is the Daywalker, he was getting his ass.
Oh yeah, he was. The first part of the fight, they were like on even footing. It looked even. Like Blade was giving as much as he was taking. And then Novak snaps. It's like, you know what? Listen here. I'm gonna show you this thing called a mega uppercut. He's like, phew.
Yo, bro, like I think there's a point where he takes like and then he goes
Shin, Shoryu.
and then there's one of my favorite, even though the CGI is horrible on it, one of my favorite scenes is when he goes all Jeff Hardy on it and he climbs onto the thing and then he drops an elbow on that.
Yeah, no. It's the way he says it because he knocks him down. You see Blade is like tired now, and then he limits himself like, we're not done yet. He throws him, then he jumps. He does on the thing, he does the biggest elbow.
All of a sudden,
he dropped the
people's elbow. That was the biggest people's elbow.
That was like the people's elbow meets Swan, like Jeff Hardy, dog. Like
I was waiting for Novak to like start gesturing to the crowd when he's like,
no, Sheba. And then there's I think then he breaks Blade's blade.
No, the fight starts with the blade being broken because Blade does I call it reverse resistance because he jumps up, he swords and he stabs Blade.
He tried to stab the heart through here.
Yes.
Guys, we missed one crucial point. Since we're talking about the WWE moves in here, we're forgetting about the suplex that broke the glass. Just needed to mention that.
Oh yeah.
On his Brock Lesnar, dog. On his Brock.
Hey, dog.
No, not Brock Lesnar. Goldberg, because Goldberg's the one who holds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He did a suplex to that thing.
Yeah.
Then he gets back up.
Yeah. Took him to suplex it.
Yeah, I forgot that.
So if you watch the Achilles, right, there's a scene where he kills the big dude and he stabs him through here. Yes. So this is another way to get to the heart. Yes. So Blade tried to do that and he just missed.
So
but in his missing also then his blade broke.
Nomak
Blade broke his blade.
Broke it because he screamed. He leans back, and then. It's like a superhero, like he was John
And so you see, as much as like Blade knew, this also shows you that Blade knew this guy is like tough. So he went strategic, and he was close to doing it because remember, the heart is protected here. It's protected at the back. But basically the sides and the top, there's nothing. So he tried to go through the top, and he just missed. So that also shows you that the Blade's fighting IQ. He was like, okay, this dude will fuck me out, so I need to. And if he had actually done it, it would have just like killed the fight right then and then. But obviously, because it's a movie, you gotta keep the tension and everything going and the fight going, and you also gotta hype up the stakes. Like, oh my god, Blade, he's not gonna die. And then Blade did the little hit you on the side, nigga.
No, he closes Nomak's mouth.
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking in my head though.
Yeah, no, it looked like something off a Predator.
Yes. It looked like Predator.
It
looked like Predator got a tongue.
Yeah, I was reminded offline that I mustn't be horror-phobic with my commentary, so I'm not going to say it anymore, but it reminds me of a certain thing, so.
How?
If you're seeing that, then something has gone horribly wrong. She needs several doctors, and when now you have made some horrible life choices.
Because how is this reminding you of Novak? Where is Novak here? There is no Novak here.
No, that's like I said. Every
But if you're
Novak
meeting,
is
if you
not here. Novak is not welcome here.
like I said, it's what every single LGBT member, or rather the G in the LGBT member sees is like,
because I'm telling you, the L's will be like, hey man,
no, the L's are seeing heaven. They're like, the penny gates of heaven open. Ave Maria.
In the words of my favorite mate, where is
Yes.
the H?
And then when they see,
why are you seeing Novak?
Where is the
Why?
H? Why
are you
is there
seeing
no
Novak?
H?
Why are you seeing Novak? Why?
anyway,
So so after the fight ensues, Blade grabs a piece of the sword, and he
Yes.
manages to hoy it there, to stab him there.
and that's
He
why
didn't stab him to death, but Novak, because
Gave
it
up.
killed his father,
Yes.
and he basically just pushed it
Yeah,
finally to kill
he put
him
himself out of his
of his misery. And
he's-
also remember, Novak was literally the only one who could actually control his Reaper virus.
yes,
Everyone else was basically just a crack fiend.
yes.
They just needed a hit like now. He could like, okay, I need a hit right now, but I'll chill.
So his final lines, funny enough, I find it hurts no more. Sorry, I was killing one of the vampires were attacking us.
And I killed them vampires, little bloodsuckers.
Little ticks. Anyway, so Novak's final words was funny, it hurts no more, which implies that he was going through a whole lot of emotional grief alongside his trauma.
I think you do. Like, imagine you find out your dad basically
threw you away because
never mind threw you away. Firstly, your dad made you, like, he probably volunteered to make his father proud, and then when it didn't work, his dad basically threw him away.
And
So
his only crime.
He became an anime dad.
Enemy dad straight up. So imagine now this. So on top of now you sacrificed for your family, and then your family threw you away. So you are feeling the pain of, and the sacrifice is hurting you, by the way, because as much as yes, he's the first one and he can maintain, but he also still needs to feed he probably needs to feed like once a day, and then the other guys need to feed like every 5 hours or whatever the case is. So he still has, and remember, he also was a vampire, so he went from having a regular hunger that he could control to having a hunger that was like controlling him basically now. So there's the pain of that, and then there's the pain of your father betraying you and kicking you out of the family. And then there's the pain of your sacrifice basically be going in vain. So
for the only crime of being born a mistake, because you were genetically engineered to be perfect, and then your father finds out that no, you are not immune to the sunlight. So whoops, off you go.
That won't come back to bite me in the ass later.
You know?
Oh wait.
Well, it didn't. It bit him in the neck.
Also, shout out to Whistler for being pro-choice. Literally conducting the most effective level of abortions in one moment.
So also another thing, the Reapers had the most beautiful flame death. Like, it was blue flame, which is one of my favorite flames. I don't think there's a flame I like more than the blue flame, which is actually also one of the, like, if you see a red flame, you see an orange flame, that shit is hot. You see a blue flame or a white flame,
those are the hottest ones.
You're not even gonna survive. Don't even fight it. Just say, God, I'm coming.
Yeah.
If you see a red flame,
even if you look at those blue
a purple flame, you have a chance. You might make it. You'll be in pain, but you might make it. But you see a blue flame, you see a white flame, just say
look at the blue torches. If you look carefully at the blue torches, the flame, the fire that closest to the source of the fire is actually blue. As it cools down, it turns into those other colors. So I always like that. But that's the dragon with
Fire
the dragon with
style.
images.
But anyway, so yeah, then basically, Nissa also dies. I forgot why she would die.
Nissa
No,
was like,
she's like, I'm turning and I don't want to turn. I want to die a vampire.
I want to die a vampire.
So
because
then,
bro
and then
made
she's
her.
like, take me so that I can feel the sun one last time.
Yeah, let me see the dawn, and they.
And then he
You know
takes
what's
her.
funny though? You know what's funny though? This is how you know that like she was the love interest, because every other vampire, when they get chewed up by the sun or whatever, it's dramatic, it's painful, it's
It's
yeah. Which like I said, this is where Castlevania fans Blade 2 did it first, because in the end of Castlevania season 2, Lisa, who falls in love with Hector, the Forge. Well, as clear there's the two Forge Masters, there's Isaac
Yes.
and Hector. So Lisa manages to use the power of her Puntang to trap Hector, but then she gets dick whipped, I guess.
and she didn't even get. Did she even get dick to get dick whipped?
Yes, because
She did.
They did the nasty.
Oh, right. Silver haired dude. Eh?
Yes. And then in the end, she says, "No, I want to see what the sun is that you guys talking about." And now, when I heard the music and I saw that scene, I was like thinking, "You bitch, Blade better get his money."
You Blade.
Blade needs to collect so many checks.
This is supposed to be wasted. Hey guys, these guys stole from our movies. Like this Castlevania.
Castlevania,
Yes.
Dark Knight, Black Panther.
They stole from me that word for word, bar for bar.
Tattoo for tattoo.
That's Blade, word for word, bar for bar.
Anyway,
Tell me what's really going on.
That being said, I think that concludes the movie.
Yep.
No.
One more scene.
Oh, wait.
No. The not the best scene, but like an awesome scene.
Yes, it's like, and it's like, wait a minute, isn't this also one of the post-credit scenes?
Yes, so this is also one of the.
This is like the fifth.
This is the post-credit scene, actually.
Oh, hey. Yo,
but guys, can I ask, what was this guy up to? This dude took out a blade, took out a couple of blades, took out some, like, what was he up? Like, you're a vampire. Why are you taking out blades?
Because just in case this blood isn't deep enough, so just in case.
Like, why are you taking out blades and stuff? Like, what the hell? Like.
Wesley, you need to call head office chief. Yo.
The one thing about it, man has been screwed over.
The MCU stole your flow. Batman stole the flow. Castlevania stole the flow. Yo.
Everybody stole the flow.
Yeah, now that you think about it, I know the post-credit scene we're talking about is that the big fat vampire called Rush was going to have some late evening snack of a couple of strippers. And this guy, I like it. The guy's like, "Okay, how much do you want? $100. Okay, the strippers on that side." And then he responds, "So the strippers, are they lively?" And the guy in the comments like, "Last time I checked, like, what the hell is wrong with this horny ass man?" Only to find as it opens.
And you can play man.
You
didn't think I forgot
about you, did you?
That is such a cold line. I think okay. Well, when we talk, like, it also goes hard as like the first line where he sees this dude. He's like, "Das badanya, comrade."
Yes.
Like, but I think this one goes harder because he's just like, "Oh, you didn't think I forgot about you."
No, he said, "I'll cash you later," because like a check to cash later, and he cashed his check. I was like,
"Hey, dog,
you think I forgot?
You messed with Whistler. This is personal now.
I smelt you down." Like literally,
Literally, dog.
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I don't get about Henchmen. I would not be anywhere near Whistler. I would have disappeared. I would have been like, Whistler's all you guys because he's the homie of Blade.
No, that's
That
the
man
thing.
holds a grudge.
Here's the thing about henchmen. I think they don't get they don't read the full memo. If someone
They
was like,
don't read the contract. They
yeah,
just see
because
the,
like
they just see the
some
money.
guy, I bet you some kid was busy telling ghost stories about Blade and his monstrous friends of Whistler, and the kids and the vampire goon dad at home was like, oh, that's nice kids, and then he sees this person's name, who? Whistler? From where? The States? And what was he doing here? Oh, yeah, he was Mike. And what an interesting coincidence. It was that. We're under attack.
It's the Daywalker.
Oh,
No, like I'm saying, they don't see the T's and C's.
yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, no, I get all of these benefits. T's and C's apply.
No,
you might get beat up by a guy or killed, and you don't have any
You know what
health
you know what it's
insurance
like being a
whatsoever.
henchman. It's when download this program, read the terms and conditions, and you just accept. Like,
You just accept.
I ain't reading that shit.
You know? No, guys, oh
And then
my
it turns
God.
out clause 15, you might get your back broken and your head split in half by a guy called the Daywalker, and there's no life insurance.
And you're
Okay.
like, but my kids.
Guys, this is almost 3 hours. Let's put a wrap to this wonderful
Okay,
thing.
we done.
Yeah.
Done.
So,
Woo.
what are your final thoughts? Each one, like literally 20 seconds.
Amazing. I think it's as good as the first one. I don't think it's better than the first one, but
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's an amazing movie. I love this movie.
Zuko?
It's brilliant. I think if the CGI was better, it would have taken it above the first one. But otherwise, a brilliant follow-up. Sequels generally tend to suck. This didn't.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it. And the acting was actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still, like I said, Of My Two is still my favorite, but I will. That being said, I cannot say that one is better than the other. I never said that. I just said I have a personal preference, and it's because of the nostalgia factor. I was like, this is the movie we'd watch at sleepovers. This is the movie we'd watch with my friends. So I've got a whole.
You guys
lot
had a
of-
wild childhood.
watching Blade.
Yeah,
I'm saying Oz, Blade.
No. Oz was a solo mission.
No,
Imagine
Oz
watching
Oz was that. The thing is, now Oz was that thing I would watch if my mom slept early. If she didn't sleep early,
Because-
I wouldn't watch it.
because it would play on a Monday, 11:15 or something like that.
Yeah, I played at 10 or like half
Yeah.
past 10. No,
So-
like no, yeah, 10:15 or because there was the news at 10.
Yes.
That's where there was this news presenter like who had this like dog. That I think that was the first time we had an accent.
Okay, guys. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's wrap a few things up. My favorite Blade movie. I could still watch this again, even with the cringy CGI. I mean, I'm still watching the other movies with cringy CGI that I'm still watching to this day. Looking at you, Star Wars.
There's new movies with cringy CGI.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean,
worst part. Like
yeah.
when you think, like someone said, like the reason CGI has actually regressed is because they keep firing the old guys and not training the new guys.
Yeah,
Because generally,
wow.
like industries like these ones, the old guy will train new guys,
Yeah, honing
and
your
then
craft.
they will.
Yeah.
So someone said, it's 2024. This movie was done in whatever 2000, and nobody knows how to do this.
This
Because
Okay.
the-
All right. Okay.
aka Lord of the Rings. Anyway, thank you for lasting up until this point. We do have to like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. I'm just like turn off. Please follow
Killer bees on the swarm. Okay, I'm done.
Wu-Tang Clan. Please follow these guys with that defense of the Wu-Tang, which I'll never understand, but that's a me problem, I guess.
The labia. The lips.
Oh God.
The vein.
Oh God. Okay. Before this gets even more obscene, follow these guys. They're pretty cool.
The flower. The petals.
If you want to know where to follow them, they're in the post credits.
It's me, the clitoris.
Oh gosh. Now you're getting South Park into my mind. Who remember South Park?
Hello.
Anyway.
The killer bees.
The killer clitoris.
I am the clitoris.
Like a lobby, I
Wu-Tang
feel like
killer
a bee.
bees.
Okay.
I got it. Wu-Tang killer bees on the swarm. Wu-Tang killer bees on the swarm.
If you want to listen to more of BuckMeister's poisonous ass bars, follow him on his channel. Follow him on his Instagram as well, and his YouTube, in his TikTok. Support local content. Anyway, that with all this version of pop, I want to let me know that I want you to become more viral than herpes. And the only way herpes is to mouth to mouth, or also to other organs, but still we're not
So
going to talk about
you
that.
should let it burn.
Killer STDs on the swarm.
We love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
The clitoris. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Come back. Come back.